Recording, 3, 2, 1.
I thought you were
Da thong, da thong, dong, dong.
That's the show.
Go.
Got that
Let that
booty
booty go.
go. That's the first thing it
Are
picks
you
up.
going to introduce us?
She's got dumps like a truck.
Truck.
Yeah, thighs like
Thighs like what?
What?
Baby, move that butt.
Butt.
I think I'll sing it again. She's got dumps like a truck.
Truck.
Thighs like what?
What?
Baby, move your butt.
Butt.
Let me see that. Welcome to episode 4 of the Spira campaign, guys. My name is Jeff, your creator and DM
Jeff.
for this campaign. And I love you all very much if you're still listening after the horrible rendition of the Thong Song by Cisco. Weird.
It's
And,
already a horrible song.
oh, God.
No offense.
Have you seen the music video, though?
He's
they've
coming
got
after you
some
now.
thongs, let me tell you.
Of course I've seen it. I'm bi. That's probably one of the reasons why. That rhymed.
That rhymed.
You're a poet and didn't know it.
We're going to go ahead and stop recording. And
What?
thanks for listening. We'll see you all next week.
What?
Yes.
Character sheet.
Character sheets, yes.
What happened?
I'm kidding. We're still recording.
He's
This
worried
is-
about the copyright strike for us singing the thong song, so we're just going to
Not
restart.
really. I was just more worried about our listeners thinking that we're idiots.
I mean,
Tommy, do
They
you think
listened
that
to
we're
the other
idiots?
3 episodes.
Yeah.
Jenny, what do you think? Timestamp.
Could I steal a
I think,
They should be in the middle.
therefore I am.
I think the phone.
I expect the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
I think that for that, and let the booty go.
Amazing.
What's this song, honey, that you got stuck in my head earlier? September.
Do you?
I thought September end. When September ends, we all went different directions, I think.
Yeah, that's typically what song
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It just gets its
When November starts.
That's.
Starting in the following month.
I was like, wait,
October would have worked better.
why would you skip October?
Nothing eventful happens in October.
I love it too.
Shut your
Except for
mouth.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Could just as easily be November
Dear
1st.
Dearest
What?
If it's the last day of October, push it one day out.
This is the most
November.
difficult part about DMing.
It's like wrangling
It's keeping
cats.
focus.
Yep.
Yes. It's like
I beg to differ.
it's trying to get a cat inside of like the cat cage before you take them into the
Set this
vet.
here for the time being.
You know,
What's a cat?
The more
You just have to
ADHD
throw in a really
people you
obvious
have.
segue that makes no sense, and it brings it back in.
or just do what I did before and just start
We
randomly
could
counting.
get you a gavel, and you could be like,
You guys
Speaking
remember
of Cameron,
Just
she likes
start
performing.
rolling.
Speaking of performing, Evelyn.
silence.
Hey!
Here's the segue.
Actually, let's go ahead and start with Evelyn. I believe Evelyn had
Spotlight.
a big much to do here at the Neverending Nights, the
First,
tavern that you're all at. Yeah.
that was in the evening. Did I successfully gather the components for that potion?
The components for that potion.
And successfully recreate
You
it?
know what?
Or, to my best guess, successfully recreate it.
I think that potion is a little bit too obtuse to be able to collect the ingredients for
Okay.
within just one area. So
Okay.
unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to say no to that.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
That was just my failsafe if I bombed my performance.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I do believe that. I'm not gonna lie. It's been 2 weeks and we left
Yeah.
off in kind
Someone
of
is
like
not
a
peeing,
tavern, you
just so
know.
you know.
So yeah,
Nobody's peeing.
no one's peeing. But yeah, it's been a little while, and I believe you all left off in the tavern,
Yes.
waiting for Drake to come back so you can speak with him about performance, missing the performance, and so on and so
And
forth.
he punched and kicked a draconian.
He did.
And
Yeah.
they become friends
Yeah.
because he bought them drinks.
Yes.
He just wanted to do it, though, so he didn't have 0 gold.
Yeah, and
I
that's-
remember way too frickin' much.
No, it's good.
Very
You have
nice.
the keen mind feet.
Good
Something
job.
about a gold piece in my pocket. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
in
like a
my
friendship
pocket
coin.
Shiny.
It's in my pocket now.
What would Glorp be doing in this
He'd be
this
glorping
gigantic
along.
city.
On Moon
What?
Warp
I'd be listening to my friend's
Day.
show and drinking.
Excellent.
The
But
show hasn't happened
before the show, we're waiting if Boggy can even perform.
I'll be going on tonight.
Hopefully.
I'd like to see them try and stop me.
Dear God. Hey, whisper into my glass. That sounds like a threat.
You're like dodging bouncers while singing.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to go to the nicer dagger store.
Oh. Do a little shopping.
I don't have that many golds.
You want to just
Whatever.
peruse?
Yeah.
You are a rogue, so you could just, get that little 5-finger discount.
Yeah.
Could.
Or a 3-toe discount. You're a frog. I don't know.
Yeah,
how it
I'm
works.
thinking a
One-ton
three-toed
discount.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
one-ton
give myself
discount.
any special abilities
There
to
you
do
go.
those things.
Just
but
you're just talking to them and just casually.
You could try.
Did you just take a dagger?
It just like pokes out your cheek. It's just
Yeah,
like,
with how small you are.
Deception
Probably
check.
would be a great idea.
wow, that's what my face normally
I always wanted a
does.
Glasgow spy.
Nat 20. Okay.
Oh, no.
Terrific. You go to the little weaponsmith.
What's it called?
In the commons, there is a smith called Pete's.
Pete's flagon.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
No, it's just Pete's. You walk in. We left off in like the early afternoon, late morning, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a bit of a hustle bustle in there. You've noticed that assumedly Pete, he is human and he's very grungy looking and just absolutely ripped out of his mind. Like, looks like he hasn't had a vacation in his entire life, and he's got like a big stogie sitting out the side of his mouth.
Sounds like an easy person to steal from.
Wolverine.
He's,
What do you mean ripped? Like muscular?
yes,
Or-
muscular.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's been a long day.
Musculicious.
Musculicious.
Musculicious def-
Aloysius.
Got an 8-pack.
Musculicious.
definition. Make the
Yeah. He's got like a 16-pack, bro. He's fucking...
On each side.
How tall is he?
He is about
10'3".
5'10".
10'3".
Okay.
He's in the middle. You overhear his voice. It's very gruff. He's in the middle of talking to one of his customers about a set of armor, and there seems to be a slight discrepancy over the pricing. And you overhear something along the lines of like, "My prices are fair. I make like the best armor.
There.
My quality is unmatched." So on and so forth. Like the person's trying to get a little bit better of a deal than what was advertised.
Okay. And is that working?
No,
Can I,
absolutely not. Pete,
Well.
Pete actually seems very, very perturbed because he's very busy, and he's super irritated with the fact that someone's even trying to bring down his price.
wing?
No haggles.
Garlic powder.
Okay. Can I see any like weapons on display?
Absolutely.
Do they have prices?
Yes. Yes. You walk up to the left-hand wall where you see all of the weapons specifically. He does weapons and armors.
What are you guys steal from?
You are looking at a nice like glass case, and it's behind the counter. But there's a little glass case against the wall behind the counter, and there's two different shelves on it, or it has two shelves, I should say. And you notice a couple of like finer looking items. One is a very very pointy, slender looking dagger. Some might call it a dirk.
What?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I don't want to jerk this. I read Rob Roy. Wow. I have a stutter.
It looks finely made. It looks silvered,
Dirk is one of my go-to names on Town of Salem.
That's really cool.
and just below it on the bottom
They have a new
shelf
game coming out.
is a very nice looking hatchet.
I think it's called
It
Traders
has
in
intricate
Salem.
looking carvings on the blade
Called
closest
Traders in
to
Salem.
where the handle is, and then as the blade comes to an edge, it looks very finely polished, and the handle is a very rich and deep looking wood that would be very hefty, as you can imagine.
Oh, for someone
Are
with
you
some
kidding? This is
strength
hand-carved
stat that I don't
mahogany.
have.
It's a hand-carved mahogany, runic-bladed
down.
hatchet.
There you go.
And then, of
Yeah,
course,
but
there's
I
an
didn't.
assortment of other weapons of all varieties hanging on the wall,
Emperor's
but they're
weapons.
not in like a showy case. They're simply hanging.
Okay. Are there any prices anywhere?
Yes, absolutely. I cannot spell out all of the prices of which for all of the different weapons within a sentence,
that's
but
fine.
what weapons
Just
are you
price
specifically
the
looking for?
dirk.
The price of the dirk in the
Yeah.
glass case. There is a price tag next to it that says 600.
Oh God. Okay. Well.
It's rupees, though. It's kinda
Turn
weird.
on the heel and exit.
Gold for a knife.
He's a little drunk. So
I'm gonna do it.
It's the equivalent of yen, so it's $6.
Suppose
Oh,
we're
okay.
just window shopping.
Give me a d20, please.
The gemstone in it is just plastic. Somehow they made plastic.
4.
Any materia?
Anything I can add to that?
No, the 4 is good enough for now. You hear a very gruff voice that just finished up a transaction go like, "Ew! Shorty!
Really sounded like you said ew.
So
And
Ew!"
Did he say you? Did he say you or
You
ew?
can't tell.
Ah. Okay.
He doesn't really seem to care that he slurs his words like the DM does.
slur that.
Good, because this one's probably slurry too.
It's snowing?
I'm just looking for a knife. Window shopping.
A knife, you come to the right place. He walks over.
You got any less than 600 pesos and whatever this is? Gold.
That is now canonically the shortened version of pieces of gold.
Yes.
Amazing.
Pesos is some Fungayan form of currency, I'd imagine. Anyway, you're looking at my beautiful dirk here.
She's beautiful, man.
It's very beautiful. Anything cheaper than that, of course. Most of the other weapons on my wall, his voice changes, are less than 600 gold.
Because he doesn't have to be a salesman to sell the 600 anymore,
Yes.
so
Yes.
takes away the
Yeah, it
affectation.
takes away the edge.
Alright.
Are you looking specifically for knives?
Yes.
Daggers? Are you looking for anything bigger by chance, or
No,
trying
no.
to keep it
Look at the
small?
size of my. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me a d20 again, please.
He's also curious if like there's throwing objects, there's throwing stars.
Oh, I've got everything you need.
16.
16. Absolutely gorgeous. He does kind of like the hand gesture to the leftmost side of the wall. You see that all the weapons are very, very nicely organized from smallest to largest along the wall. So he's all the way over to your left side, and he's pointing out random little daggers and throwing daggers and like even ninja stars and such. Very, very nice supplies.
Little does he know a Kamehameha wave comes out of his hands and he's just playing.
On accident, just.
Yes. Yes. Well, I have, you know, simple daggers all the way up to enchanted daggers, whatever suits your fancy. This right here, he plucks it off of the wall, and he very carefully handles it. He's like, "Ooh, it's still a little chilly." This dagger here, very nice one there.
Wow.
It has a little, like a
Watching
little
Arcane.
linked
You
chain
should watch Arcane.
handle. Very, very
You can
nice
shrink it
quality. I made it myself, of course.
It's
And the
beautiful.
blade is enchanted with frost.
Wow.
If you like that.
Frost.
He's lying,
Sometimes
he
it
just
makes
took it out
the
of the
blade
fridge.
stick.
This one is considerably less than 600. It's 350. If you're
Okay.
interested in that by chance. He
Okay.
hangs it back up.
It's still cold because I tore it out. It's actually a kidney stone from a frost giant.
Oh, I'm tempted.
And or maybe something non-magical might suit your fancy.
Yeah,
He
I'm
plucks
not
another one
magical.
a little bit lower
Sometimes,
on the wall,
yeah.
and he said this has a very nice serrated edge on one side, and
Right.
So it's good for bread.
Fishing.
it's good for slicing bread. He doesn't say that, but it is a dagger, and you can easily just assess that the quality of this would add a little bit of bleeding damage on strength.
That's excellent. Wow.
He puts that back.
How much might that be?
Well, that one's only 80 gold. It's a steal, really.
That was
It
awesome.
is. It is.
'Tis but a scratch.
I'm a little low on gold today, but just thinking of the future. Not meaning to waste your time or anything. I just have one more question about the stars.
Oh, yes, you were looking at
He's like,
throwing
he's like,
weapons.
it's daytime now.
Of course, I completely forgot you mentioned throwing weapons.
Throwing stars.
Yeah, he plucks one of the throwing stars off the shelf. You notice that he's actually, you can tell he's very proud of his work, and he's very, he likes to show it off, so that's why he's taking
Good.
everything off the wall and showing you up close. Um,
You better throw those with your tongue somehow. Just
he allows you to hold it. He says, "Careful, it's very sharp, pointy,
run away.
and it
Run away.
has a very nice
Hop away.
heft to it.
Wow.
It is a D6 throwing weapon.
Beautiful.
He says that canonically.
Yeah.
It's a D6 throwing.
It's a D6 throwing weapon.
I don't know what that means, but I felt compelled to say it by forces beyond my control.
Perhaps more than my 1d4 dagger times 2 that I currently
What?
carry
What?
on me. How much might that be?
I typically like to sell shurikens in sets of 2. I'll let go of 2 of them for, let's say, 25 gold pieces.
Could you go down to 23 if I threw in a bottle of delicious rainbow sprinkled vomit? Which I show off. It's
He
a very
actually takes it
special
from you.
Effect. Very unique.
Well, it's like a confetti concoction. Get this out of here. I'm not interested in that.
Okay, alright. Very rare.
It came from puke.
Have to go find...
23 gold. It's 25 gold pieces.
Oh, alright.
This is a steal for this quality.
It is, you're right.
No one
Is it made of steel?
makes better
I believe
shurikens.
I believe you, good sir. I need to find a way to make some gold in this city so I can come back.
Do you have any
and
other,
spend money in here?
Do you have any other equipment on you? He notices that you look like an adventurer, and he says, surely you have something else that might have a little bit more trade value than that potion of
I've got
rainbows.
dagger.
Charm him with a good lick.
Do you accept cool points?
Not the right establishment for that.
I show him one of my 2 daggers.
No, that's at the Golden Saucer.
Oh. This is a fine dagger.
I can smelt it down and make a better one.
Yeah, basically. That's how he reacts to it. He's like,
I'm
"Oh,
sure you could.
This is pretty well made.
Would you accept that and 23 gold for the shuriken? I can't say it right.
Shuriken.
Shuriken. Right.
Sure,
I'll tell you what. You give me this dagger, and I'll do you one better. Just 20 gold pieces.
Really?
20 gold pieces in this
Hey.
dagger. That will be fine. I'll give you 2
Wow.
shurikens.
You made me a customer for life.
Woo!
Even though we'll
Honest,
probably never be
you could have
back
taken
here.
Yeah,
everything
never
I
be back.
had. Not that was everything I had. Cool. Okay, I'll just leave that dagger. That's very...
Your sweat just drops as you say that.
My party members in the prior game got a discount by offering exposure. So it was a running gag that he would advertise the guy's cart making business at any
How
moment
do
he
you
could.
spell shuriken?
So by the end of the campaign, I made it so he would,
Shuriken is Shurien.
At the end of-
Shuriken times 2.
U-R-I-K-E-N.
It's a 1d6 thrown weapon each.
Okay, please point at which of these designs most fits what you just gave me.
Okay. I imagine something like the second one.
That one?
So top layout, the
Oh,
second one.
beautiful.
Can I see?
Alright.
Children.
at the end of the campaign,
Nice.
that guy was known worldwide.
Oh,
Even gods were patronizing him at that point.
I'll have
So
some.
funny.
Yes.
What's up?
please.
Gods would join in
G-Men
on the
want
joke.
tea.
Thank you.
Tea would be lovely. I had to say it with the British accent for some reason.
Do you want fucking tea?
Oh,
I would love some fucking tea.
I like tea.
Can I have regular tea?
Doesn't matter what kind of tea.
I would really
No.
like some tea. You make good tea. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else that you care to look at while
Just
you're in
reminded-
Pete's?
My own joke reminded me of the Virgin joke in
It's
What We Do in the
1d6. right?
Shadows.
Yes.
I don't think we particularly need to feed
Sorry,
on virgins,
ADD
but it's
brain.
kind of like a sandwich.
Is
It
it
would just feel
his,
better if I ate it knowing nobody fucked it first.
No, actually, I just thank him profusely and tell him I'll be back.
Of course, I look forward to it. Next time, come with a little more gold. I know you want that dirt.
Oh, right. How would one go about making gold in the city?
Oh, tons of ways.
Such an astute
Kill a rich
question.
person.
Yes.
Prostitution.
Yeah. He would actually joke about that. He's like, you can always kill the right people.
Okay.
Which I imagine would be pretty easy with those shurikens, though.
Pull out your shuriken.
No, but all joking aside, you can always check the jobs board posted in taverns or the barracks. You can check with the city guard. You can always check with some folks around in the commons. There's always odds and ends that people need done. People looking for assistance all the time. Merchants need protection from going from one place to the other.
Okay.
All kinds of ways you
all
can
the,
make money.
you know, all the boring jobs.
All the
Boring.
fable tasks. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
Of course. He hurries over and helps the next person along.
And you steal that Turk.
That's wonderful. I like that shop a lot. I'm going
Turns
to
out
recommend
Jenny's
it to my friends. Would that be an
Yeah,
offhand?
I absolutely love the fact that everyone else who isn't a rogue is all like, yeah, steal the dirt, fuck this place. And she's all like, this is a great place. I love it. I will speak highly of it.
I mean, I might have, but not after he did the honest thing of, like, not...
You can
taking
tell
all the
it,
money.
like, I didn't say it jokingly. It looks like he has never taken a vacation in his entire life.
Aloysius just
This
suddenly runs in,
dude
breaks a glass granite.
It's like, yeah, this dude is like stupidly, like, overworked, but you can tell that he takes pride in his work, so
Workaholic, man.
he, like, it's just his lifestyle. And he's
He
just
needs
an
help.
all-around good guy.
I bet he does coke.
You say that.
You say that as you leave.
And he's like, you're damn right I do.
Is that an offhand weapon?
A shuriken?
Asked stupidly.
I wouldn't consider it an offhand weapon because you wouldn't be able to use its melee. It is specifically thrown only.
So
You would damage your hand if you try to use
I'm
its
31
melee.
hours into
I
this
have
week
my
already.
dexterous hand. So
I
I
have
would have
3
to
more
keep
days.
it on my belt.
A belt would be a good spot to keep it. And I would also let you keep all of the shurikens that you have together in like sets of 2 to take up only 1 belt
More waste
slot.
here.
Thank you. Oops. Why did you just do that, you bastard?
There's actually
Not
I don't
you.
know, not
Sorry.
me.
how many hours I worked in 3 days.
Woo!
How many?
Nice.
31.
Jeez.
Not
Okay.
bad.
Sounds about right.
Sunday was my 1 day off this week.
Sorry.
Aloysius, are you still chumming it up with the Draconian friend and drinking?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oh, yes.
that's all I intended to do.
Oh, that's where I want to go
Waiting
next.
for a little time passage.
Or
You wish
go
to go
back.
back to the Never-Ending Night?
back.
Excellent.
Because I was already there.
Is it nice spelled with a K?
No.
Can I, like, just burst in and be
Sorry.
like, I'm back from
When,
Sorry, no,
when
you're
Aloysius
sorry.
leaves, he's going to add a K to the sign. But not where you expect.
Mental note. Quinn.
Never ending with a K at the beginning.
I sip my lime water. And the bartender says, Quinn. I'm like, yes.
I'm going to try to, I am going to try to
Wait,
shoot the coin
this-
into his glass.
It doesn't say Quinn. I was like, wait, what are you doing right now? The
Can I-
TM said Quinn. And what?
Can I try to shoot the coin into his glass?
So weird.
You can absolutely try. You're a couple tables over from where he is at the bar, so feel free.
I have throwing proficiency.
You do?
Better do it. I'm about to.
16.
Oh, God.
What's your dex?
My dex is 2.
What does throwing proficiency do, though? That does some shit.
Doesn't it?
Bonus.
You should have had some attack and damage.
Because obviously you're attacking my glass.
Yeah.
It adds 4 to the attack, so it's 22 total.
It hits the top rim of the cup in such a way that the bounce favors you, and it goes like ka-chunk and just drops into his glass.
I look unfavorably at my lime water. And then consider whether or not to just ignore his existence. Look back down at my sad drink. And then we'll actually look over at him. Did you mean to piss me off by ruining my beverage?
Thank you very much.
Hello, darling.
Thank you.
I was like, no.
Your question and the weird silence that might follow that
That smells really good.
is interrupted by the bartender literally being just totally agape, like, that was awesome! Nice shot!
I used to give a thumbs up from far away.
I look back at the bartender. Don't encourage him. He's a prat.
Can you do it again?
I throw another
Oh
one.
my god.
You okay?
I throw another one.
Do you have another coin?
I have 8 gold, so yeah.
I'm a poor old woman. Please spare a coin.
I thought that 1 gold was the
The,
friendship coin.
the cup will
It
be
was.
set on the bar
So
at this point.
what other gold do you have?
No, I have 8 gold.
Oh, 8. I thought you had. I thought you said a gold.
No, no.
Here, the,
Yeah.
the
What's
cup
up?
will be on the bar at this point, so no longer in my hand.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 again.
It does basically the exact same thing. It catches the tip just enough,
Just
but
the tip.
still falls in. It has a favorable bounce. And the bartender is literally just like... And there are other people at the bar now observing you and observing the bartender's reaction to all of this.
Stop encouraging him!
Everyone is literally about to piss Quinn off because people are really encouraging you to throw another coin in there.
That's a 15. Plus 6.
There is a resounding "ah" when it doesn't favorably bounce.
But I rolled 21 instead of 22.
Yeah, good for you.
The DC was 22?
It's far away and it's a gold coin.
No, no, no.
Closer at all.
It's not a multiple of 5 is what I'm getting. That's
Oh,
fine.
right. It's not a multiple of 5. What is this? Yeah. So you do like another like Kobe, and it just like it barely misses, and there's like an actual like resounding like "ah" from the audience that you have now made. Your draconian friend is all like, "Oh, you're bound to miss sometime."
Like you did with all your punches?
His friend next to him, across the table from you, audibly like spits his drink out and laughs hysterically, and the draconian is like visibly embarrassed by what you said.
I leave the tavern.
Where would you like to go?
Outside.
Just this.
Can I have my coin back?
I really would. I would imagine he's too distracted to see me leave.
Yeah, do you take the third gold piece next to your
Hell no.
Do you take the other two
touched
inside
him.
your drink?
Huh?
Do you take the other two inside your drink?
No. I leave the spoils of war at the bar, and I leave because I imagine you don't have your show for what, like 7 more hours?
It's
Yeah.
going to be a long time now.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking and schmoozing since I can't get the potion ingredients, so.
I'm trying to see if from this vantage point on the road, if I can see where Lady from Dimitrescu's manor is.
Oh, yeah.
The Lordess Lady
Got it.
of Non-Zadia, Rosalia.
Okay, you
It's
can-
been 2 weeks.
It's fine. Terrific.
Damn.
So you're just kind of like observing the city of Haven, how it's organized, where the estate would be, where Galien
Yes.
is and all that. All right. So I'm gonna give you just a quick rundown because your 18 is totally fine. You only need like a 15 to get like a good like idea
Sick.
of its surroundings and how it's organized.
I give the city a reach around.
It's such a weird statement.
I mean to say that I'm able to reach all the nooks and crannies
Okay.
of its genitalia.
So Haven City is organized by the outskirts, of course, on the outer portion of Haven. It's kind of the slummy area.
Attack on Titan. Okay. Cool.
It's not the best place to be.
It's the slums of Haven City.
It's the slums of Haven City. It is filthy, lots of brothels.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's
Pipes dispersed everywhere.
A lot of crabs.
really
Cares,
shady
fixes
dive
them.
bar tavern type places.
There's a chlamydia bar. Yeah.
Yeah,
Random vehicles just laying around for
city
you to
guards are like really jumpy, and they look exhausted in that area. And I'm gonna say that this is gonna take the course of like an hour for you to go to like all the different parts of the city and like really take a good look at everything. And then
still working on.
going inward a little bit more, not completely surrounding Haven like the outskirts, but the Commons is a very large patch nearest the front gate. It's probably the largest part of the city. It's a hustling, bustling marketplace, all sorts of different races.
That's where we are now.
That's where you are now. It's not quite as lowly as the slums, but there's, definitely nicer places in the city. Speaking of which, there's the upper district, which, as its name implies, is a much fancier place in the city. Not quite as nice as you've seen, but it is nice. And it's literally upper, as Haven is in kind of like a foothills sort of area.
Oh, it's Auburn. Got it.
Yeah, there you go. So it's actually a little bit more elevated, and it overlooks the commons. That's actually a reasonably sized chunk of the city as well. Like the upper district and the commons are two largest chunks of the city, by far. And then from there are there's two more. I want to make sure I get it right. Yeah, so you got the outskirts commons, upper district, and then the last two would be the it wouldn't be called that. That's so stupid. Why did I call it that? Well, actually, I like it. I'm actually gonna keep it. It doesn't make it doesn't make sense, but I like the fact that it's called the Crown District.
Okay.
Even though there's not a crown within Haven City, this is the Crown District. Or
there's also like
They do a lot of
council members,
dentistry
yeah.
there.
So it's like the
council,
the many spikes of the crown sitting around a table almost.
Yes. We're gonna go with that because I really like that. But yeah, I just called the Crown District without thinking earlier, and I was like, duh.
What's a crown?
Oh. This is simply put the elitist part of the area. It is nicer than Upper District. Very few people. Not a whole lot of people just walking around. Most people will stay in their estates. This is where all of the estates are. This is where all the mansions are. It's a reasonably big area. Like, it's like almost as big as Upper District. Just because it needs enough land to house all of the freaking estates and mansions and stuff. It is extremely nice. Like, I cannot get this point across. Like, you actually feel a little alienated by how nice the Crown District is here.
Like their pools are made of gold.
Yeah, this...
Like the water is gold.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
Like...
The toilets are gold.
Crap. With the duck's name in, oh my god, super rich guy,
Scrooge
McDuck,
Yeah.
diving into a pool of his own gold coins. Yeah, kind of like that.
Now,
It's not a liquid.
this tea was phenomenal, by the way. I don't know what you did to it, but I
It's a
love
great
it.
mini hard service.
It's pregnancy tea.
Oh, yeah?
Not
Not
really.
really.
It's just one I can actually drink because it's not
Uh-oh.
caffeinated.
Got
It's
it.
Madagascar
It's
vanilla.
very nice. That is such a nice tea.
It is quite good.
Now, I'm going to need another D20 from you.
Wow, this is a mug.
Yeah. You got it, babe.
See this mug? This is my mug.
Is it Charnabog? I can't tell.
14.
What's your cunning?
Plus 3, because that's my level. 0 cunning.
Right.
You you see you see that there is a what's called the Temple Plaza, and that is there's a path that connects both the Upper District and the Crown Districts.
Okay.
And there's like a little offshoot path that goes up a very steep hill.
Okay.
And you actually notice that the Temple Plaza rests higher than the Crown District and Upper District do. And you...
Symbolism.
Yeah, I would say you try to like kind of make sense of it, and you come to the realization that maybe the Temple Plaza is suggesting, like with its elevation, is suggesting that they consider their gods, their espers, to be higher than they are.
I make a mental note of this because I would like to visit the Temple Plaza,
And then
but not right now
Forget
because
it immediately because you have no cunning.
I would like to remember check. Yes.
Nice.
Nailed
You
it.
remember?
I remember 17 things, and one of those
You
is
remember
where that
85%
is.
of
The
it.
18th thing is his name.
You remember 85%.
Unfortunately, I
of it.
forget it. I would like to return to the night school tavern, and because I, for some reason, feel compelled to be. For some reason, I feel compelled to maintain the promise that I would attend this one's show.
Oh,
I don't feel friendship,
excuse me. I'm sorry.
but darn it, I'll be there. And I
That's
make my
very
way
sweet.
back. And once I'm there, I'm fine settling in until the show.
Got it. You arrive
Comes back as
several
silence.
hours before the tentative show.
I sit next to Quinn.
And I do have a quick question for you before you ask that. I do want to know, do you spend time looking for the ingredients before your show, or did you just check real quick, like around Haven City, and then come back to the bar, and then now you're at the bar schmoozing it up?
How concentrated was your search?
Yeah.
Oh, not very.
Okay, so you just did like a quick
Yeah.
check through the wilderness, like, can I happen to find at least one ingredient
Probably
on
would
the
have
list?
asked the bartender, like, hey, where would I get those things? And the bartender would probably be like,
Bartender would be like, I don't
fuck,
want
I
to
know.
make
And
drinks.
I'm like, alright, cool. Put it back in my pocket.
I'm going to say that, did I give you a number of ingredients on the list?
No.
That-
I haven't even written
It sounds like a pretty crazy one, so I'm going to say that there's 4 ingredients. So I'm going to say that you found one, because one's probably going to be really common.
Okay.
You found the common one.
Alright, cool.
Water.
I wanted to give you
It's
something,
water.
Thank you.
and I feel like that's fair.
Before do anything, I do want to ask, because I have the trait Silver Tongue, so I double checking exactly what that does, because I feel like I'm about to have to use that.
Silver Tongue increases your ability with conversing with others, whether it be persuasion, deception,
Okay, cool.
stuff like that. It does not help you with like insight checks and stuff.
No.
That's going to be purely based on your
That's
cunning
basically the
score.
opposite.
But I feel like I'm going to have to convince this guy to let me play again, so that would be helpful to have.
Would it
You-
help with their singing?
Store.
In terms of
Singing.
if you're trying to, if the lyrics are trying to convey something with conviction, yes. If you're trying to convince people with the lyrics of your song,
What
I'm
if you're
going
just
to
trying
say
to
yes.
convince them to like you?
Only sing
Yes, absolutely.
anthems.
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Yeah.
You're aware that Drake will probably be here in about 2 more hours.
Alright, cool. I'm schmoozing.
Schmoozing it up.
Close to around the time that
W,
he's arrived, I am
click,
going to,
click. Wait.
give myself, like, a pet talk in the
It's
bathroom.
It's actually
Got it.
Like, in the mirror.
Got it?
I play
Sing
hangman.
myself a little ditty just to...
Which bathroom do you
You,
use?
you play Hangman drawing me.
Are they individual
They
ones?
use the pot in the corner.
Actually,
I use the back
I
alley.
was going to say, I
You're
actually
playing
like
Hangman
this.
drawing me.
What is that one of
Because I forget they're actually,
Where
like,
is
I keep thinking of
Is that
current
my scar?
times. Yeah, you use one of your individual styles. That's fine.
When he comes back, though, I do buy him a drink.
Gotcha. When you come out of one of your
I have a nectarine.
stalls, give me a d20.
Apple teeny.
17.
Shouldn't say that's so sad.
And you get a bunch of pluses. You have
Oh,
like
that-
a plus
that is
3,
the
and then
one
your
where I just
cunning.
want
So
punch
you get
JD
that's well over 20. So you notice that a couple stalls down, you see someone leaving their chamber
Do you know who
pods
plays her?
at around the same time, and you notice that it is a like orange tabby cat Khajiit.
You know who plays her?
Anymore.
Yeah.
It's my
Oh,
god.
is it
Oh, she
Khajiit,
plays-
not Tabaxi in this world?
There's a lot.
Khajiit, yeah, the kitty cat people.
Okay.
Yeah, I just call them Khajiits because I love Elder Scrolls and I think it's a more fun name than Tabaxi.
That's very good for me to know. Very
Cool.
important.
Yeah, yeah. So this Khajiit, you notice does like a little side glance to you. Like they're not facing you, but they give you like one of those kind of things. Like you notice that they noticed you,
Don't tip my hat.
and then you do like your little hat
I
tip, and
noticed
then they
them.
actually like notice that, so they turn towards you a little bit more. You see like a little like toothy cat smile creep up the side of his mouth,
Creepy.
and he goes,
Can I help you with something?
No, I just don't really see Gripply around here very much.
Ah.
Am I there yet?
Yeah.
I'm not to be rude, but it was startling. That's all.
Ah.
What's with the hat?
It's a good hat.
It's a nice hat.
It's a nice hat. You're right.
I feel like the hat has a story.
It's funny.
It's my hat.
Give me a d20.
That's the story.
The story is it's my hat. Yeah.
9.
Okay, I'm gonna need your pluses for this. What's your cunning and your +3 all together?
5.
You're singing through this conversation.
Yeah, basically.
It's my hat.
Do I have that as? My cunning is 2.
Actually, I don't know why I just rolled. You're able to tell that this gent has he comes across as he's been a lot of places, and he has likely stories to tell.
Does he have wares?
No, he does.
Is he a liar?
Because he does not have wares, or at least to Boggy's knowledge, probably not. He is dressed in a very fine tunic. Definitely has a little bit of money, and all of his hair, like he has, like, imagine like a cat with like a mustache.
Oh hell yeah!
Like he's very like nice looking.
It's a
and
good thing I'm not there. I'd be attracted to him.
He says, oh, it sounds like it has a story to it. And he said, well, it's mine. And he goes like, I like that. Where'd you get it?
You know, it's been so long. How about I buy you a drink and we can talk more about it?
Oh, right, yes. And he realizes the awkwardness of talking like next to the bathroom, essentially. And like somebody else like cuts in between you guys and use like the middle stall, and you guys just like,
I do a little hop back.
He goes, just farting.
He goes like, oh, what? Why, thank you very much. And you can tell after he graciously accepts the invitation for you to buy him a drink, you can tell that he has a little bit of like a smoothness to him. Like he's able to whittle things out of people.
Please get his name.
Yeah.
Is it Maik?
No.
Is it cute?
He walks out of the chamber pot area, and when he gets to the door, he actually steps out to the side of the door, opens it, and does a hand gesture for you to walk through first.
Oh, thank you. By the way, Bogford Bogucket at your service.
Bogford Bogucket.
Yes,
You know, the names of the frog folk never cease to amaze me. I'm Felix. It's a pleasure to meet you. He sticks his hand out, shakes it.
Very rigorous
Yes,
shake.
very rigorously. And in case if you're wondering how Felix is spelled, it's Felickx, because he's a cat and he licks things.
I love this.
I love it.
Does he lick iron? Does he lick iron?
Does he have a bag of tricks?
Very funny, F.E.
Thank you.
He probably does have a bag of tricks.
He licks the cat.
So you shake hands in front of the doorway, and you see a...
My handshake is broken by somebody pushing through it.
Yeah, I was about to say... You actually...
I feel like that was like after stepping through.
Oh, okay. You see... So
After,
there's
like,
a little
walking
bit of
towards the bar.
congestion in the doorway, because this is kind of like
Yeah.
a bustling area, and you do see a dark elf try to like push through you guys rudely. Kind of breaks up the moment of like such a nice exchange, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck. Anyway, that happens, and he walks over towards a set of tables that have a few open seats, and he does one of the like hand gestures where he like points like there.
I'll meet you there. And I go to the bar to grab a drink for both of us.
He sits down in a seat that specifically has an open seat on either side of him.
Interesting. I would take the seat to where I can see more going on. Because I'm also still on the look. What's his name again?
Felix.
No. The... Drake.
Drake. Oh, okay. The event manager.
Yes.
His official title.
Because I'm also on the lookout.
Yeah, so Drake, as you know from prior interactions, is like a light blue scaled draconian. So he kind of stands out.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a difficulty seeing him.
Yeah, but like how embarrassing would it be to not see him walk in?
Right. Yeah,
So-
you'll definitely be aware. He'll probably be aware of you, a frog person who stands out in the crowd, because he's probably mad at you.
What?
And he's probably looking for you. To some degree.
Well, I'm mad at them.
I also...
Do you mind if I have one more slice? Is that...
Go for it.
Is that
This
cool?
is for y'all.
I just realized I said that really close to the mic, and now I totally regret what I said. I'm sorry, listener.
I didn't even know. Now I'm narrating this into see.
You have two hands, Jeffrey.
I do, but it would have been so cool if I didn't have to use
No.
Please, no, stop that.
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Stop that.
I also want to be aware of where my friends are in the bar because I'm gonna need them to vouch for me.
Okay.
Hopefully, Glorp's already there.
I'm there.
Like, Glorp was drunk.
Yeah. Especially him.
left.
He seems the most
You
respectful.
have a
of
very
us.
good idea of where all of your friends are. Do you make a note because you feel like Felix is watching you closely? You can tell.
Creepy.
I always feel like
Somebody's watching me.
Case in point, I would have made my way back to the bar. So if they're coming up to get drinks, they would see me there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's very obvious. I just want to give her.
Facade.
I want to give Boggy the option of like, do you want to simply just know where they are, or do you want to like actually like actively look for them and interact with them?
I would probably make a note and probably just be like, hey, when Big Dragonborn comes in, I might need you to just kind of vouch that I'm telling the truth.
Fusro da, bro.
Cool. Thank you.
Boggy, you hear Quinn say "Fus ro da, bro," and it confuses you.
Sorry.
It sounded like affirmative, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then,
what do you wish to do about the drink situation?
I would like to get something nicer.
Okay.
The Felix seems like someone I kind of like he's where I'm aiming to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make a good impression. I don't want to give him like swill.
He's a cat, so get him cream.
Yeah. Tuna.
If there's like
Yeah,
a fine Bailey's.
The bartender comes up. You notice it's a different bartender.
Oh.
When some kind of a shift change just
Yeah.
happened.
Have I met this one before?
Yeah, you've interacted with this bartender before. It's a wood elf, regular, like very average height, like 5'9" for an elf. Very slender, very very long brown hair, very straight hair. I just define like so much about this elf without saying like a name or even like gender or anything. I'm just gonna say whatever gender you want them to be, and has very nice, intricate, like braids and fanciful things in their hair.
What's their name?
I'm gonna say
Daryl.
no. I'm gonna say Pat.
Pat.
It's
Hey, Pat. What's up?
Hey, you're looking very well today.
Thank you.
Can I interest you in a drink?
Yeah. Then I don't quite know what.
By the way, you notice that they seem blissfully unaware of your like absent performance.
Oh, okay. I'm
Like
not gonna mention.
not even caring,
not
basically.
gonna
Well, not necessarily not caring, but like oblivious to it. Yeah, can I get you something to drink? And you had a question about drinks?
Yeah, I would just order something that's like.
Take the edge off.
How much would like top shelf be?
Well, depends on the type of alcohol. I don't know you for drinking like the expensive stuff. This is odd. Are you you just trying something out, or
I mean, I always like to try something new, but also
Okay.
get met a new friend.
oh?
I kind of like.
What about Squeaky? Just go.
What for Felix?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just met him. He seems lovely.
he's very nice. Felix has like a normal like drink that he typically gets, or are you kind
Oh,
of
okay,
like
yeah. If,
like do you want me just to
Yeah,
do
that
that, or
would be
did you
great.
want to get him something different?
if he has a usual, let's go with that.
Okay, cool. And then as for the top shelf stuff for you,
I'll just get whatever he's having.
I don't think you're gonna like what he had.
I'll
what
have what
having.
he's having.
Okay, maybe like a mid-shelf thing for me then.
Check, please.
Okay. We have some really really nice wines. Haven City, as I'm sure you're aware, has very nice wines. My personal favorite, me being partial to Zadio, we have some nice rosés.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I'll do that.
Terrific.
Nice and pink.
Pours you a lovely glass of rosé, and you notice that she kind of tips the bottle over a little bit more towards the end. Puts it back on the shelf, so you got like an extra like ounce or two. That would be 8 gold pieces.
Oh, I do not have any gold.
I'm so sorry. That was the upper price. I'm sorry.
Oh.
2 gold pieces.
Oh. I was like, that's
I'm
the big
so
price.
sorry.
I could not have afforded the
I'm
upper
so
ship.
sorry.
Okay. And for Felix's as well?
Felix is on me.
Oh, thank you.
Literally on you.
Yeah.
Felix is old now and likes to
What
cuddle all
is
the time.
Felix's drink?
She gets a very short cup, and it's a little bit wider. It's like a weird, like, soup cup almost, like a between a glass and a bowl.
Chalice.
And those,
Milk whiskey.
she gets a very, very thick cream, and just pours it in there. And slides it over to you.
Delicious.
All right.
That's as usual, in case you were wondering.
Creme de la Edgar.
Good to know. Creme de la Edgar.
As a kid, I really wanted to try it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, thick, heavy cream. Just about straight from the other, really.
Still warm.
They're still eating, like, in front of you, like, they have like a roll. They're like,
I am gonna take 3 gold off and just leave an extra little tip.
thank you.
And I'm gonna walk the.
When she, sorry, in my mind I envision she, but is it there? They take 3 gold and then you realize that there's, like, oh no, that was like over an hour ago. Never mind. Anyway, I was gonna mention the coins and the tea and stuff, but
Carry on.
that was probably a little while after you showed up.
When I get back there, I take my gold back.
It's gone.
No.
It's my gold.
No.
She graciously accepts it. It says, "Thank you very much, sweetie."
Anytime. Give a little wink. And I walk the drinks over to the table, and this is what Pat said you enjoy?
Pat is such a sweetheart.
They are.
Tell Pat I said thank you very much, which I'm sure you've already done. I noticed you tipped her graciously as well.
They're lovely.
How rude of me. Pulls the seat out
You good, you good.
and allows you to sit down.
I take a seat. So, you seem like you have some stories.
A few. Why do you ask?
I would love to hear them. I am a purveyor of stories, you might say.
You notice he has a pack on his back, and he takes it off, unzips, and you see a variety of tools and such in which you immediately recognize your friend Felix is also a musician.
Oh, yay.
He pulls
I
out-
just get a big old grin, just...
He pulls out a very nice case, lays it on the table, takes out a couple of tools, unpacks his lute, and he kind of like tunes it up at the table. And he's doing all of this while he's talking about how he's traveled through many parts of Azalia, and he's gone all the way down to the nicer spots in Zadia where they really appreciated Khajiit's taste in lute playing. Seems
I'm
like,
enraptured.
yeah, it seems like he's very, very well traveled as well as very talented. And when he starts like tuning everything up and using all of his tools and whatnot, like shining it up and like really polishing it, like make sure that this lute looks freaking nice. You can tell that he's very experienced, and it's almost daunting to you as a fellow musician. You're like, wow.
Very much.
It's like if I were to go up and just like if Jimi Hendrix were to come back from the dead, and I'm just like watching Jimi Hendrix play, I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Anyway,
Wow.
he stops what he's doing for a second, picks up his soup cup, and he takes a drink. He said, I almost forgot about my drink. Anyway, as of right now, I would say that Zadians are probably some of my favorite people to play for. They're very generous with their coin. And there's just something about the elves. They have an appreciation for other races' music. I don't understand why. I feel like they're always so like they just need to let loose. And I think that like they're really all about like their own like this can sound very racist, but they're all about their own race. Like they prefer the company of other elves and whatnot because probably the immortality thing, who knows. But I think when they let loose, with, like, they find different venues and different variety and different spices of music to really enrapture them.
Nice.
Does a couple strums. That sounds about right.
That has a lovely ring to it.
Thank you. It's a very special type of wood. It allows the resonance of the strings it helps amplify. So whenever I play in halls or on stage, it really rings out. And I'm actually known for how loud my music can be.
Nice. Appreciate a loud song.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't always play loudly, but...
when I do...
Well, when I do, it's really fucking loud.
It's with double S cream.
Excuse me, sorry. My bad. I was swallowing like too big of a gulp.
Felix sets the lute back into the case and closes it but doesn't lock it and slides it over to the side, brings the soup cup closest to him on the table, takes another sip, and looks deeply into your eyes.
Kiss him.
I mean, Boggy's thinking about it.
French tongue.
Get that tongue out.
I am going to tune Matilda for a moment just to make sure, right? Because I'm going to be performing in a moment anyways, hopefully. And still keeping an eye out for Drake as well.
When you bring out your lute, he immediately goes, "Oh,
I show off Matilda.
okay." Do you call it Matilda?
Yes, this is Matilda.
It has a name.
Of course.
I love it.
She's the love of my life. I
He-
say as I break my fucking prop.
He does actively chuckle when you say it's like you're referring to the instrument as like another person. It's like, that's very fascinating. It's a beautiful instrument, Matilda.
Thank you.
How long have you had Matilda?
Let's see, probably about 7 years now.
7 years. Well, have you ever played in Zadia?
We're in Zadia currently, yes.
We're in Resolve.
No. Would I have?
That is up to you.
I don't know how well traveled I'm allowed to be at
You're
level
allowed to be
3.
as well traveled as you want, because you come from a completely different. You come from Fungaea,
That's fair.
so you can be you can be as well traveled as you want.
I passed through, but didn't have any gigs really set up.
So you play mainly gigs in this area, around Haven, through most parts of Rosalia, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
You seem pretty-
Fungaea. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I do believe I am performing tonight. Would you be interested in participating with a little opening act with me?
I would love to.
Yes. Excellent.
I was sadly sent to perform last night. Wound up getting a little bit kidnapped.
Just a
Just a little bit kidnapped.
Just a little bit. I mean, I got better.
Go better.
I'm
Oh my god.
haven't been blessed with the company of many Gripply in my life, and I am absolutely entranced by the way you speak.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to dwell on the kidnapping.
I also got magical powers. That was very cool.
It sounded like yesterday was a very eventful day for you.
It was.
What sort of magic did you learn, or did you acquire? I don't even know. How fascinating! I've never seen a frog cast a spell in my life.
I'm gonna just shoot a bit of lightning across my drink.
You shoot a little bit of lightning across your drink, and it sets the candle alight on the table.
Nice.
Oops.
No, that's much cooler than I was even going for. So.
Felix seems very amused. He's like, I think we're about to have a very electrifying performance.
Oh, I hope so.
If I'm there, I'm laughing like, way too hard.
You hear laughter, way too hard of laughter, coming from about 3 tables down.
Let me introduce you to my friends.
I think that Gorp is choking, and I come over and try to cure.
I'm just jumping
I'm gonna bring my friends over.
Oh, excellent. Takes one last sip, sets his cup down.
It's like I hit.
Yeah, he
How rude of me! I'm so sorry.
really licks his hands and wrists really clean. He gets the mustache well groomed and free of
It
cream.
is cute.
He's very neat and orderly and very nice. He's an absolute delight to be around.
Yeah. No, I'm loving him.
And so you just kind of take him around and introduce him to your friends.
Oh, I was gonna pull them to the table.
Oh, pull them to the table.
Yeah.
Great. How would you like to go about that? He's cleaning himself off currently.
I mean, if Glorb is close enough to giggle at that, I'm gonna just wave Glorb over.
Oh my god.
Glorp is like,
I start jumping, stupidly and
jumping
slowly
across
over.
the tables.
And I
Probably
do
knocking
a
stuff over.
quick introduction.
Oh! Another. Of course, you would have another Gripply friend. That only makes
I
sense.
salute
We also met
stupidly.
yesterday.
It's a very eventful day. I'm Felix.
Oh, hello. I'm Glor.
Glorp. It's a pleasure to meet you, Glorp.
Likewise, I'm sure.
And then I'm gonna.
Whatever she says or they say is true. That's all I got to say about that.
Strongest stomach I've ever seen.
I can no longer be trusted with the truth.
You know,
So you tell it
Again.
for me, love.
these
should not
folk
have
are an
said that.
absolute delight. He's really trying to
gonna just,
decipher the things that were just said. He's trying to play it out in his head okay.
And I'm gonna, with a hop of my step, go grab Aloysius and Quinn.
I'm gonna
your
haphazardly
cue.
hop over
Aloysius.
with you.
It was. Oh, did you say their names already, or
To Felix?
just bringing them over?
I would just be bringing them over.
Okay.
And then, as I get there, this is Sir Aloysius von Fortescue the fourth.
Ah.
14th.
And this is my friend Quinn, and this is Felix.
We haven't met
Do I
the other
recognize
3
him?
Fortescues.
Give me a D20 on that.
I had a feeling.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm
I had a
Felix.
feeling.
Well, as you heard, Aloysius.
Aloysius the fourth, I believe.
Yes.
There seemed to be some confusion with that. Terrific. 18. You will recognize him as having played for the royal family before at Egros Castle.
Oh my goodness me. But
Felix.
we don't know that.
Quinn. I do a magic check on him. That's a 26.
They
He's
love
magical.
us.
Oh yeah. What's up, bro?
Undercover.
How'd you taste?
Not too much, bro. It's a pleasure to meet you. You seem well to do.
Why is the
You
rub
look very
gone?
nice.
Yes, thank you.
What brings you into the Neverending Night?
Never-ending drinks.
Story.
Unfortunate circumstance that exceed expectation and
Yeah,
exceed
you've met me.
known information that ought to remain quiet
Sorry.
for one's own good.
So sorry.
So mysterious. You have mysterious friends.
We also met yesterday.
Of course.
Very mysterious. That's
Yesterday
us.
was the birth of many a new thing, I'd imagine.
Oh,
for you
yeah.
all.
It was
Terrific.
wild, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Mr.
just say that
Charles
yes,
Wild Ride.
your comment, Aloysius, when you left the table, like not in character, you would have definitely seen him before. Like you guys met officially just now, but you've definitely seen him around. Like he's a known figure.
He's a rock star.
He's a figure, you know?
He's a bit of a
Want
rock
to be
star.
a rock star.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's
Jack Harper does
actually
want to be a rock star.
with his reputation, it's actually weird that the two of you have not met yet.
Ah. Nice. Now we have.
Just like you always just like missed each other, like you playing on opposite nights.
Like ships passing
Yes.
in the sea.
But now we have rectified that egregious misfortune.
Yes. So I don't want to pry too much on your unfortunate circumstances.
Oh, unfortunate soul.
I have a name.
True.
You do have a name.
Your unfortunate circumstances. I have a name. Is what I'm
And it's a boar's name, too.
Got it.
God. Unfortunate circumstances. I look at him. Yes.
What are you all drinking?
I just touched the coin.
The devil's juice.
Devil's juice. What would the
Cheers to
devil's
that.
juice be?
I'm infused with the devil's lettuce. What?
He's very amused.
There's a popular drink in Linnell called Shiva's Nipple. I'm having one of those.
Ooh, is it like a buttery nipple?
Straight
That's
whiskey. He doesn't
Yes,
actually
but it's more
enjoy it
icy.
much, but he thinks a fighter needs to drink that kind of
That's a
thing.
delicious nipple.
Hold on. Do you actually say that, like, but like in character,
Yes.
like, well, like I'm a knight or I'm a fighter, and I feel like I need to drink whiskey, so I do. Like you say it like
Pretty
that.
much, yeah.
Me too, lad.
He like audibly like guffaws, and he's. Of course he would. It would numbs the pain, right?
Yes. It numbs the pain.
Pain nobody knows.
How's his
Healing.
drink level looking?
It's like half an hour. He's still working on it.
Can you heal
He's not
psychic
like a
wounds?
slob in any way, and he's
Sort of.
he's taking his time with it.
Okay.
Like so
But I
many
have
people.
regen.
When it does get lower, I do want to.
He notices you looking at the level of his drink, and he says, "I'm fine for now. The cream is rather heavy on my stomach."
Good to know. All right.
He's very observant. Would you all like time passage?
Yep.
Sure.
Or would you like to talk with Felix?
I
more?
love how much you are in love being this character, so I want to keep going with this, but I'm also like, what are you doing to us, Jeff?
I'm just
What are
saucing you up.
What are you doing to us, Jeff?
What are you doing?
You'd think me toast for all the butter that's going on my belly.
Would he be mad if we attempted to pet him like a cat?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Lick him like a cat.
No.
Come on now, share tongues.
No.
That's just
You get it.
projection.
Already did.
What?
Like, did you ask him if you
No,
could pet him, or do you
I'm
just pet him?
Just no. But I'm
'Cause
like,
you can if you
how
want.
tall is he?
Much taller than you. He's about I'm gonna say just shy of 6 feet tall. He's a
Oh.
tall, slender cat man.
So 6 glorps.
I jump up because I can jump as high as he is,
You can very easily jump as high as he is.
and I pet him nicely on the head, and then jump back down again.
Your gentle pet on the head is abruptly cut short by the fact that gravity exists, and
I can bounce. I'm a frog.
you're like. But he does understand the sentiment behind that, and he goes like, "Oh, careful with the tunic.
It is very nice.
I just realized how short you were.
Yep.
I've never seen such a short frog in my life. My goodness."
Except for a real frog, right?
Yeah, well, yes, of course. I meant the gripply.
Because you're well
Neither
traveled, right? So you've
have
seen
I.
normal frogs, right?
Absolutely.
No. Racist.
And I've seen cats.
It's just... Are you okay?
At least the owls are around. Anyway, go on.
Who?
For those of you who didn't understand that reference,
Nope.
Or the
that
one
is a Final Fantasy
directly-
VIII reference.
Oh right. Okay.
Well, they still held on to that after all this
Because
time.
you really tried to impression upon us, like, remember the line. Write it down if you have to.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Write it
Remember
down.
a clue.
Yeah, he says, "Oh, be careful with the tunic," and thank you. And he does comment on your size, but he's also
Dignity.
curious at the same time. Like he doesn't mean it in an insulting
No,
way.
I understand. He's kind of thick as a brick anyway. Not really quick to get angry
Got
or
that
any
trunk.
emotion.
Be thick.
But he says that he hasn't seen anyone his size either. That it is kind of an anomaly even among his people.
You
But I articulate that drunkenly.
you definitely know that you're an anomaly, and you iterate that drunkenly with your devil's lettuce and your devil's juice. And
It's an infusion.
you say something about the
I
fact you're
highly
drinking
tuck away my
an infusion, a hybrid of drink, and you say, and he goes, well said.
Oh, thank you. Nice, man. Nice.
Well, I do believe you needed to catch up with Drake as well.
Yes.
I'm waiting for him to show up. I have a couple things to chat with him about. But anyway, I imagine you probably need to talk with him about your kidnapping.
Yes.
Was it an actual kidnapping?
Yes.
Yes.
Was.
It was.
That's terrifying.
It was a little bit.
I'm surprised kidnappings were even happening with all the mist and stuff going around.
Yeah, the mist
That's the
killed
only
them.
reason we got away.
Wow.
There are
Yeah.
demons in the mist that fucking killed them.
I've heard about the demons.
We killed the demons.
They
though.
killed.
Oh yeah.
We killed the
You
demons.
killed the demons.
Demons killed them. We killed the demons.
Oh.
Because we're badasses.
Fuck.
And hence the whiskey.
Yes. Needed it after what we've seen.
Language.
And after the treatment some of us have gotten.
Loopy.
I have
You're a good
some
friend.
cream for that burn if you would like.
I drink some of it.
He takes it back and he goes,
I was kidding.
oh, okay.
No, he was kidding as well.
Oh. we got. Just to reiterate, would you guys like some time passage, unless specifically you want to converse more with Felix? I got a thumbs up from Quinn.
Hi, pass.
I just want to ask if he's soft, but I'm asking just you. I'm not asking him directly.
Gotcha. The DM notifies you that he is indeed very soft and
Are you
well-groomed.
soft?
Thank you. Not like that. My God.
I'm actually rigid right now.
I would like to know
He's turgid and girthy.
if I can tell that he remembers who I am.
Who am I?
Yes.
Who are you?
And is playing off that he doesn't.
What's a silly sort of place do you live here?
It's a good thing Aloysius doesn't know that.
But your insight tells you that you can tell that he's seen you before, but you're unsure if he knows who you are.
Color me in.
It's sort of like when you see
Is that
someone
like a
from high
puce
school
color?
for the first time after like a decade, and you're like, I think I know who you are, but I'm not gonna like reintroduce myself because I'm pretty sure you know who I am too.
the devil's juice.
Oh, God. Turgid is such a bad word.
It is just not a great word.
Devil's
Swollen
juice.
and distended or congested.
Moist. It's also
Swollen
not
and
a word I like.
distended.
I just said turgid and girthy.
You know, it's also a worse word is
Veiny.
prolapse.
Yeah, that's an
Otherwise,
awful
said
one.
David.
Anyway, so some time passage
Awkward.
happens. It's very late afternoon. Your friend Pat is still working the bar. You can tell that Pat is probably the most regular bartender here, working that sweet double shift. And you see Drake walk from the back. And
He's been here this whole fucking time.
maybe not. You're not sure.
What is
Is
back
Drake a
entrance?
duck?
What's that?
Is Drake a duck?
Drake is a draconian, but you can call him a duck if you like.
I probably should.
Drake Draconian.
Yep.
No.
Is I don't think you guys were all around. I'm pretty sure Evelyn was the only person at the table when I described Drake. Drake is a light blue scaled draconian who's very
Beautiful.
finely dressed.
Beautiful. Wow.
His title is the event manager.
Spira?
They should make a
you
movie
see-
about that for the first time.
You see Drake having
Like that
this,
other
a
movie
very
that they
friendly
never
and
made.
light
They didn't make a
conversation
movie.
with Pat, and he's kind of like passing by
They
Pat.
definitely didn't
Like,
accelerate
he's doing
their,
like his own thing, like behind
aging
the
by
bar.
flying behind a cloud.
But every time he passes by
Definitely
Pat,
didn't do
he's
that.
like making her or them chuckle. I'm tempted just to make Pat a female, Jesus, but it just keeps coming out as her.
Do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want, okay? Yeah.
They go by vote.
You notice that Felix
That's amazing.
100% notices the fact that Drake just came in, but Felix is thoroughly enjoying himself at the table right now. He's in no rush.
Myself too, but I also need to.
The lady
Give me a D20.
doth protest too much.
5. You do notice that that Felix's drink is completely gone, and he's just gone on to drinking water now. And you notice that he sees a Drake, but he wants to stay at the table. And then you see... that's funny. You don't see, but rather you hear Drake call out to you from the bar. He's like, Bogford! Sorry, that was loud. My apologies.
I'm gonna get him. Would you like another?
I'm good. Thank you.
Alright,
You
I'm gonna go walk to my desk.
you do what you have to. It's been a pleasure.
Nice knowing you. Hopefully we'll get to play together soon.
Yes, I look forward to it.
And I'm gonna go over to Drake and... Hey, Drake.
Where were you?
Kidnapped.
Come again?
I was kidnapped off the fucking street. Look, it sounds... What? The 3 other people at that table with Felix and myself...
I know.
I met them yesterday. We were all kidnapped. There was demons. It was a lot.
Sit down.
I take a seat.
He immediately gets you a glass of water, just like
Yeah.
this is like automatically. It's
Nice.
just something
Thank
he
you.
just does.
Thank you.
You can tell that he is like, well, I mean, you know this, but it's sort of just like an automatic response for him just to get a water for whoever he's like
Yeah.
talking to if they first sit down at the bar. It's just the thing he does. And
I still think him.
you also know that him being like the event manager, he's bartended here before, so this is all just very natural. It's not
Yeah.
weird that he's getting you a drink, even though he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I want to spike Felix's drink with the fire breathing potion?
I mean, the drink's empty now.
The cream is empty, but you can spike his water, and it would look different. It would be funny. Okay. Anyway, he gets you a glass of water. You sit down, and he goes, "All right, listen. I'm not going to get into all of that. And I understand if you're kidnapped, you can't really relay the message that you're being because you're fucking kidnapped. I get it. Sorry to hear about that, by the way.
All good now. Got better.
What happened to, like, how'd you escape?
Well, there were like this heavy mist that there's demons in.
Yeah, the mist, yeah.
I think
yeah.
I think there's still demons out there right now. Yeah.
I'm almost certain that there are still demons out there. It's insane right now. I don't even understand how the guards are keeping up with all this shit.
Yeah. Well, the kidnappers couldn't.
The group that I DM for.
That's a good point. How many of them were there?
There's 3.
Oh, that's your
3 kidnappers. My gosh, and they kidnapped you.
Yeah.
And your friends.
Yeah. Separately.
Okay, yeah. Well,
we met
Their
as.
favorite
Anyways.
gotcha. So, how'd you escape?
Well, the demons attacked,
Yeah.
and then they killed the demons. The demons killed the kidnappers, and then they killed the demons. And then we hid out in the Temple of Rama. Then I got... and I do, like, just a little sparks again.
jazz hands with lightning.
Yeah.
lights him on fire.
Yeah, I imagine you're like spilling out all the story like
Yeah.
so quickly, and then you start doing jazz hand lightning
Yeah.
zappies, and he's just like,
Tommy, do you have a Kleenex?
"Oh my god!"
It was a long day. I would have been here.
Okay.
I
You
swear.
don't need to say that. I'm glad you're safe. It was our busiest night last night. I really needed entertainment. I actually had some patrons leaving because they were like, "Oh, this place kind of sucks." So
dicks.
that wasn't good. They ended up going to a different tavern. He muttered something under his breath, and
Could
Did I catch what he muttered?
you can roll.
From tables away.
I know.
Nothing would fly over his head. He would catch it.
You would catch it. Was
No.
it one?
That's really
one.
fitting.
It one. Okay. You have no idea. You don't even know that he muttered anything under his breath.
I rolled 2. Look, a 20.
Could I offer another night at half price for that, then? As just kind of a sorry for leaving you hanging.
I have entertainment lined up already for tonight.
Yes, Mr. Felix, he did ask if I would be willing to do an opening for him, if you would allow.
It was Felix's idea.
Yes. He's a really cool guy.
He is.
What your favorite racist says about you.
Can I hear what they're saying? Because something that Evelyn just said would have triggered something in Quinn.
It wasn't like under the breath, and I imagine this conversation is rather loud, and the people around are kind of
Bogford
also
is a
listening
very
in.
loud person.
So I'm going to give you an opportunity to roll. I'm going to give you a little bit higher bonus than normal.
Damn it.
Definitely not going to
Damn
be
it.
definitely not going to be a thing.
It was almost an 18. Did you see that?
You hear that they're deep in conversation, but you can't make
Yeah.
out what they're saying.
Okay. It was almost character development.
Almost.
Missed
Darn it.
opportunity.
What your favorite race says about you. Dwarves.
Curse you,
My friends
Batman?
tell me I have a drinking
So
problem.
so
No,
he's
my
going
drinking
to say
problem is
like
I have friends.
he's gonna say it like a little bit more like
Hit me.
like excitedly, like I can't believe it was Felix's idea.
Yeah, no, he's a really cool guy.
He very I don't think I've ever seen him perform with another. It should be it's if he says this lightly, if I were you,
Only
I
one
would
of those
consider that a
lines true.
great honor.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, in this rare exception, I would absolutely allow you to be on stage with Felix. Felix can divide up his payment however he wants. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything, but Felix is a very generous person, so he might throw you some coin.
I mean, that's not what I'm in it for, but thank you.
Yeah, yes, of course.
You are in it for the money. I yell.
At this point, Felix joins the
You're
table.
one.
He very smoothly
I'm not even aware they're talking.
leaves the table, walks up beside you,
Excuse me.
and at this point, he just kind of like, you understand that he just like heard everything.
Oh, okay.
He's just all like, yeah, I heard everything. It's my idea.
Thank
I would
you.
love to have Bogford McGucket or the wondrous Gripply on stage with me. However, I would be delighted to have a little extra coin, seeing as how it's going to be a little bit of a longer performance, and I would like some extra coin to gift my new friend Bogford. He says all this to the to Drake.
They're the same age.
What is
Really?
this
What the fuck?
now? Show me that book found over here.
It's probably a joke,
Insane.
but it's funny.
I'm
Diabetes.
gonna kind of just wide-eyed, just...
That's the tough
Felix kind of like leans over the bar, does like a half face palm, rubs his temple, and says, "I'm already giving you 75 gold.
That much.
Just because it's you, I'll give you 90 gold pieces." And he says that to Felix, and Felix goes, "So just 15 for Bogford, I take it." He kind of like
generous.
lingers on that last word for a little bit longer.
Bogford the Gucket. That's my buddy.
And
Mighty
then
generous,
Felix
thank
goes, "All right, I'm gonna give you 100, but I need you to be playing for 4 hours."
Nah.
And at that point, Felix looks over at you, and Felix goes, "Would you be able to play for 2 hours with me?"
Certainly can.
Excellent. For the 100 gold price, I'm in, and Bogford is in, and I would like to do something a little different. Would you be interested in having a little showdown of sorts?
Oh.
It's epic rap battle in D&D.
Now, Drake... Yeah. Who's this cat that can rap so now?
Who's cat that can rap so fast?
At this point, you notice Drake actually like lean forward a little bit more attentively, and he's all like, something different? Like, he doesn't really understand what Felix is playing at. But Felix is talking to you about the something different part, and he's like, yeah, a little showdown. I want to drum up some early audience excitement for the kind of makeup for last night.
For sure. I will say I recognize a master at a craft when I meet them. But I would be honored.
The show we're fighting for.
I need you to play at your best.
Oh,
And
I would do nothing less.
He looks at Drake and he gives him a little wink, and he leaves immediately. He like actually goes back to the table, takes his loot, packs it up, and leaves the cavern. Like it's all just like one very smooth motion, and Drake like he took in the wink, and he's like, that's Felix, always so mysterious and smooth at the same time. Anyway,
Very charming.
no,
Very charming.
he's an interesting one. I imagine he left in a hurry, so he probably has to just wrap something up real quick. No big deal. He does it all the time. He's he doesn't really play it off as being a busy person, but I feel like he's exceptionally busy. Like he has something else going on in his life. Anyway, I hope you're ready to...
He's a money launderer.
Yeah. You like this. You like this a lot, don't you?
What?
I'm just the way I'm playing everything.
Because if Felix is more than just this kind kitty, he's really like laying the groundwork for like, there's reasons why he does everything. There's reasons he has reasons. So if not, it's just like conjecture and like added words and like there's reasons, but like I'm not gonna elaborate. So it's Jeff DMing and it's funny. That's all. There's either a reason or there's not.
I like giving people false
starts.
False leads. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Oh yeah, I
guys
remember
are
the
being
guards
adorable.
from a previous game where
Stop
I was
it.
sure
I know
they were up to something,
Yeah.
and it turns out they weren't.
Yep.
They totally weren't.
They were not.
What time are we set to start?
I would like you to be on stage with Felix at 6, which is about an hour and a half from now.
Alright, cool.
Do you have anything to do ahead of time?
Not really.
Just gonna hang out?
Yeah.
Alright. You can stay at the bar if you like. I'll give you some drinks on the house. I know you like to have a light little drink before you go on stage to ease the nerves. I understand.
And I am going to give myself another pep talk in the bathroom after this, because now I'm like, oh, this has gotten a lot.
It's a very big night for you.
Yeah.
Drake has very high expectations as being extremely gracious about everything.
Yeah.
And it's mostly due to the fact that Felix has... You notice Felix probably has a silver tongue feet as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyway. So there's a little more time. If you guys would like to do anything before the performance, you may do any sort of character building or try to converse with Drake or Pat or other patrons of the bar. Check the job board. See like what else or what other performances might be going on later this week. Kind of like fill out the crowd, get anything else to drink.
I want to go look at the job board.
Terrific.
I resist being your friend. Fuck!
His friendship is too strong.
Yeah.
You're starting to grow on me just because you're so needy.
You
I
get
run
like
after,
a half of a friendship point.
I have like half a boner friendship point. I would like to
He's
run
half-assed.
after Felix.
You
It's
pass
a
it
short
again.
interaction. Okay? But if
Okay.
I
notice
see
him
him,
leave.
Candy.
okay, I will like to swoop after him. I know swooping is bad, but I would like to go after him if I can.
Okay. I will get to the job board in just a moment because this is more time because he was leaving and blah,
Can you
blah, blah.
read?
Yes, I can read.
You swoop
No, I'm asking
after
you.
swooping. I imagine you're scooping them up, but I imagine you're not scooping them up.
No.
You just you follow quickly behind, try to catch up to him.
Felix.
He does kind of like a half turn and he goes like, "Yes, Quinn?
Are you on your way to Egros Castle anytime soon?
Aw, man.
No. Why do you ask?"
Never mind. And I stop walking and I go back.
Never
He
mind.
walks a few more paces ahead, notices that you stopped walking, and does a full body turn, and notice that your back is turned, walking away from him. He doesn't say anything, but you also don't hear him move, so you know that what you just did has an effect on him.
People don't often leave him. He often leaves the scene.
Yes.
I turn back and say, did you change your minds?
You can go now.
No, it's just...
I forgot you were still there.
It's more just a curiosity. I think I could leave it at that. Being another man of mystery myself.
Do you have any correspondence with Lyric?
Lyric?
I'm actually like a little bit like, I lose my guile a bit, and I'm like, yes. Do you communicate with Lyric at all?
Yes.
Can you get a message to him? I have been cut off from him.
You're like, I have a new best friend.
He walks toward you at this point, and he goes,
There's no ease.
Lyric is a very gifted musician.
I know.
I don't communicate very much with him, but I can certainly send him a message. If you don't mind me asking, why does a lapid such as yourself find such interest in Lyric?
Because he's beautiful and beloved.
He noticeably smiles to that. He's like, ah.
It's gonna come through on the recording.
First one I picked.
It's actually ruining kind of a cool moment, but whatever.
Shinies.
Yeah. So he goes like, ah, you're in love, aren't you?
Aww.
Can you get a note to him?
Sorry. I don't mean to pry, but yes, of course I can.
I'm
I
going to ruin
don't
that.
promise it will be timely, but considering the what's the right word for this? The weight of your message.
Gravity.
Gravity.
The gravity of this message.
Well, I would like to write it down and have it sealed by
Oh.
magic.
I was going
The
to send it
kiss.
to him magically.
Beautiful.
Would you rather that? You can go old school if you'd really like.
No, sent by magic. Is
Actually, I liked this
No,
better.
send it by snail mail.
He actually gets a little bit more like ooh about it. And he goes, actually, I like this more. Do write it down.
wonderful. All right, do you have parchment?
He rolls up.
I know
some
you're
spare
made of
parchment.
gold. Yes, I get it.
Yes.
Your time is so...
You notice that the parchment that he gave you is really fine.
Really ostentatious, aren't you? As always.
You have a pen.
I write the message. I'm in Haven City. I date it, by the way. The date of when
Okay.
this was. I'm in Haven City. I miss you. I love you.
Somewhere Aloysius is jealous and doesn't know why.
And I sign it with my swooping, ostentatious writing and how I've been trained. And I'll roll it and give it to him and go like,
That was cute.
you didn't read it.
No. I just the way you were writing, I really felt like you put your heart into it.
Don't you dare read
And
it.
then this is actually like you say, don't you dare read it. He's like, oh, don't worry, I won't, and it disappears as he does like a false putting it behind his back kind of deal.
I pick around his back.
Don't worry, it's not there.
All right.
I care not to have such sensitive writing on my body, so I set it someplace safe for the time being.
All right.
I'm like taking a step.
What the hell is this letter doing? But no, you can tell that he did something very magical. Not something that you've seen before, even. But you can tell that it's like his kind of a signature move because it was just so smoothly done.
Show your moves. I would like to give him 3 gold as a thank you, but also maybe go easy on my friend tonight.
Why on earth would I go easy on anyone?
Because I just paid you 3 gold.
I believe that was for the message. I know that he didn't actually say that, but if you did say that.
I'll actually smile at him, which I think will be the first time I smile at anyone in this campaign. And I'll wave
his
like
ears perk up and he doesn't know why.
and I'll actually walk back to the tavern. Like, conversation over.
I'll see you around. You guys all love Felix so
Grab
much.
it.
We do.
Love it.
He's probably the villain. Anyway, it's fine.
It's fine.
You're gonna
It's
get
fine.
beat down by the villain.
You just
Beat him down.
spilled your heart to the villain.
My throat hurts so bad right now.
Bodford Bagaki.
It's true. If he is the villain, I just fully exposed who I'm in love with. And that'll be a great
That
plot
person is
point.
dead.
That'll be a great plot point, and I'll find a way to go into the afterlife and find Lyric and bring him back. So it's all plot, but he's probably an okay guy. Let's find out what happens.
So question, am I like fully doing like an opening for him?
Are you what?
Fully doing like an opening
Yeah.
for him before like the showdown?
Or is it like Showdown?
You know, like Coheed and Cambria did for
Stop it.
Such obscure references. I love it. But yes, he did technically invite you to be a like opener, but he also invited you to play with him. It's still kind of up in the air. He wasn't super specific about it.
So I'm gonna just confer with Drake and then
You're gonna wing it. Is what you're gonna.
yeah, when the clock strikes, if he's not here, I'm gonna go
Just
up and
wing it.
open.
Fire wings.
Do. Terrific. Would you guys like to fast forward to the performance?
Sure.
Terrific. All right. About 6 o'clock rolls around. I imagine a few minutes beforehand, you're prepping up the stage, talking to some folks, schmoozing,
Yeah,
getting your loot, Matilda, all ready to go.
she's a beaut.
She is a beaut.
Having given myself a.
is that the whiskey?
Am I able to cast inspiration on myself?
I believe inspiration
I don't
is
Damn
a passive,
Oh,
like
It's
it's always
projected.
on.
Oh, okay,
type of
perfect.
deal, which is how you're able to always get that +3 as well
Okay.
as your allies.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah, anything that says like area effect or allies receive, it also includes yourself.
Okay. Cool. Because that's what I wanted, like the pep talk in the mirror to be. Is just like.
Yeah, you're doing
Inspire.
your pep talk. You know, I got a lot riding on this tonight. Like, if I do really well, he might give me a
Everyone
bigger cut.
fucking loves
Like,
you.
yeah.
The montage of you doing all of your little exercises that you
Yeah.
do before a performance.
Ah.
My Japanese anime.
People seem super excited about the performance. You hear people whispering like, "Oh, I heard Felix is playing tonight. Oh shit! Like, it's gonna be fucking awesome."
Who's
And
Felix?
my friend Boggy! You hear way too loud.
Who?
And you notice
Hiccup.
that this is probably the busiest that you personally have seen it at the Neverending Night. And you hear a little bit from the crowd before the show, after your pep talk and everything, that it's been abnormally busy inside of the city and mostly busy in the taverns because people are projecting it's because of the mist. People don't want to be along the outskirts of the city or just out in general. People aren't traveling as much, so fewer people on the road, more people in the city. Makes sense? Cool. So yeah, it's definitely bustling. We got everything from all different types of elves, all different types of the human, like human, changeling, fetchling. We got Skaven, all walks of life right now. Dwarves aplenty. All over the place. And then, of course,
it
the
looks like
two
sack.
Gripply.
Nice sack.
And you know what? I'm actually going to say doubles.
Six.
So there is one other Gripply as well.
Nice.
So you got like the whole crowd.
I hunt that one.
You hunt it.
I want frog legs for dinner.
They look delicious.
And
just
suddenly
sitting
I'm
there
down
and
to
just
friends.
Suddenly I hate people.
Because we hate your kind.
All right. just a couple minutes before you're like setting up the stage and everything, you get like a resounding like, "Whee!" Like people are freaking hyped. People are drunk. People are people.
Mostly
People are people.
People. All right. People are just doing people things, right?
I'm gonna explode little fireworks in the air because it's a 0 ability.
So the stage is yours.
All right.
Felix is not shown yet.
I will.
I'm gonna punch a hole.
Considering that I heard people
Crush him behind a door.
talking about Felix, when I introduce myself on stage, I will say Felix's opener. So that people don't hate me just on the basis that I'm not him.
Right.
And
You do over here like a couple of drunk people like, oh yeah. Like, you're not Felix.
Glorp yells, shut up! Shut up!
Anybody boos, I'll punch him in the head.
Then I'll heal you.
There's definitely no booing right
No,
now.
lick
It's
him in
just
the
kind of like,
eyeballs.
oh yeah.
for
It is a little early, man.
My first song tonight, I'm gonna do a little ditty that my friend Andy wrote for a stage play he's been working on opening next month, called Khajiit.
I'm gonna launch it.
Memories all alone in the moonlight.
Terrific. You start off with a like ballad song, right? And you see like it's a little early in the night, and like you see like some people like
Glorp's like crying in his drink.
people are like, all right, I'm gonna need you to give me a 2 d20s. First one is going to be cunning with all of your bonuses, and the second one will receive no bonuses.
I borrow your dice.
The Snickers.
My weight.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Roll them
I'm gonna-
separately, because the
what?
first one will receive bonuses, the second one will not receive bonuses.
Okay. Good thing that has bonuses. So it's plus cunning. Do I get anything for a musician as well?
Musicianship simply allows you to be able to play
okay.
instruments. So it gets cunning plus 3 as well. If you have 2 cunning, it would be a plus 5 plus whatever you rolled.
Mm-hmm. That's an 8.
An 8 total? Okay.
I thought you rolled an 8.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's
I misread
better.
that. It is better.
So 13.
A 13.
Okay, you need 13. I'm just getting that out of the way.
And then
Thank you.
a 9.
13 and a 9.
Jesus Christ. This
So
is
I
terrible.
don't get the opportunity to use this word very often, so I'm pretty happy with those rolls. But you see that the audience is whelmed.
I nudge the person next to me. Clap.
Give me the
It's
20.
me.
Like intimidation roll.
Oh, this is not going.
Can I use strength as my modifier? Because I'm intimidating.
If you really want.
Oh. That's cute.
12 plus 5, 17.
plus 3.
20.
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
The person next to you is a dwarf.
Okay.
And
It's
you
Dave.
nudge them and intimidate them. They look at you and they're like,
Clap.
I was going to clap at the end.
Does it start a wave?
Yeah, I was like, I was going to clap at the end of the song. What the
I'm
hell?
bouncing
Like,
and clapping, and bouncing and clapping, and bouncing and clapping.
you
So it's
you
like-
catch a couple like mid-song
Yeah.
applause and you're like, yeah, I'm still going. Like, okay, thanks, appreciate it. And it fuels you up a little bit to hear some applause go, so your performance improves a little bit more.
This is probably more stressful than it should be because I, Evelyn, have severe stage fright. So this is like, this is
I do too, believe it
really
or not.
hurting me secondhand here.
Excellent. You see
Yet
Drake.
you work in sales. I love that.
Yeah.
You see Drake walk by like in front of the couch, so he's not at the bar anymore. He's kind of like gauging like the audience, and he's doing kind of like a
I'm definitely going
He's-
to.
He's a little unsure of
Anybody boos, I'll cut their throat.
how they're reacting. No one's booing,
I appreciate
but no
it.
one's like overly enthusiastic,
Um,
except for the really drunk people.
Noticing that if I am able to do another one before Felix shows up, I would launch into a bit more of a festive ditty.
Okay. So your transition is a little like, okay, like, now it's party music.
Yeah.
And at this point, Felix
Okay.
walks in.
Ah.
Like at the beginning of your party song. Felix looks over at you playing. Give me 2 more d20s. It'll be in the same fashion.
You know what? Hold on. Let me do some different dice.
Warp's trying really hard not to yell. Play Freebird.
By the way, I'm really glad that this is mostly like a character development session. I'm actually
Stairway.
really genuinely enjoying this right now. Oh no.
What?
Okay,
Dun, dun.
did you roll them together?
I did. Should I roll again and not do that?
Nope, those are live, but since you rolled them together, and I feel a little pity coming up, because you're literally a musician, I will give you the option, because like it's going to be sort of like an advantage roll in a way. I will let you choose which one you would like to apply to the bonus and which one to not have a bonus.
I mean, I'd like the one to have some bonus.
The 1 will have bonuses. So the 1 is a 6, and the 8 lands at an 8. Your party song is like, yeah, kind of a weird transition. People are still thinking about like Memories in the Moonlight, and then it's like suddenly party song, and they're like, okay, well this bitch is crazy, like, and then Felix walks in, and you kind of like stutter over a verse, like, and you have to kind of like go la 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 until like the next line starts, and people are like, okay, I don't really know if that was intentional. Sounds like she kind of messed up the lyrics. This is weird. And Drake is kind of like, you see him like looking over at Felix, you know, and Felix like pulls off his bag, takes out his loot and everything. He's doing his thing, and he waits for you to finish the song. He's not a song
Very
interrupter.
kind of him.
As much as you want him to interrupt
I wish,
the song,
yeah.
he doesn't. And at the end of the song, you get like a light applause, and some like drunk people in the back are like, "That was awesome!"
Thank you.
Yeah. They're like positive hecklers basically
Yeah,
because they're so drunk. These are like the day drinkers, right? And then
I know I'm not
Felix
doing
comes
it.
on the stage, and you see like some like Felix fanboys up in the front row, like, it's Felix. And Felix very smoothly kind of like takes over the stage without standing in front of you, but he does command it. Like his aura about him is very like commanding. You notice that he's wearing a different shirt. Instead of like the very nice tunic that he was wearing earlier, this one's a little bit puffier. It's almost like a pirate shirt of sorts. But it's still just as fine as his tunic. He does sit down on a stool on stage, and he's doing like that half sit, half stand kind of thing with one leg cocked up. Very beautiful. And you're like looking at him like, can I start the third song now? Look at us. We're starting right now. Like, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
The recording will not have picked that up at all, but I love
No,
it.
I think the recording's gonna pick it up just enough. And
It's me that doesn't get picked up.
Like, I don't know what to do right now, Felix. I'm following your every move right now. Oh my god, I love how silent people are being right now. This is really great.
We can all hear you.
And there's a guy in the front like, why is Boggy talking to themselves? Like,
No,
that didn't actually happen. But
I would just kind of quietly like,
I'll follow your lead.
Oh, I'm so
you
sorry.
okay?
Oof.
No.
You good?
Yeah,
It's alright. What has this happened to the wall?
I'm gonna
head just went.
Felix
Take a deep
Felix
breath, though,
notices your stage fright a little bit. It seems a little put off by it, but he winks at you. He's like, don't worry. It's kind of like bitch, I got this. Like, don't worry.
Yeah,
Like,
and
kind
I'm
of
gonna try to
move.
like reset myself a little. God, those
And he announces to the crowd like, my friend and I here tonight have decided ahead of time to have a sort of duel of sorts, and he like leans forward, and the audience is kind of like, this is cool, like this is a little different.
I would like to point out real quick that Evelyn just made us that Andrew Lloyd Webber is canonically in your world.
Also, Cats is canonically in your world.
Maybe Felix is Mephistopheles.
Like a
Mephistopheles,
Phantom
whatever.
of the Opera.
Yeah.
Maybe somehow they're Taylor Swift.
Also, canonically, I'm friends with this world's Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's very important.
Jesus Christ, superstar.
Skin.
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 I also spelled out knickers.
Knickers.
Rice.
I need to.
Or
So
nice.
So the audience is kind of like, this is interesting, like a duel. Like, what do you mean? Like, there's some side chatter, and Felix is all like, We're gonna do dueling lutes.
Whoa.
And he seems very pleased with himself after he says it.
All right, Matilda.
Can
Yeah, do this.
May
Fucking
I
rock and
cast
fucking roll
Bless
out of control.
on Boggy to bless them immune of fear?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
No
I
stage fright.
fucking love this.
But I would like to do it so that it actually lasts a bit, so I probably wait till as the strums are about to start,
Okay.
so that they get the ample amount of time.
You can hold the spell. That's fine.
They cast.
You hold the spell, waiting for the first couple of strums, or like just before she starts strumming, or they start strumming. Sorry.
People are watching.
And
just
you're
to-
kind of like dueling lutes, and Felix goes,
just
don't
as you're
worry.
about to cast it, they'll like bump
I'll
you.
start.
Hey, so you cast it on Felix.
and he very graciously takes his lute out, very smoothly, like, almost as if it's just like a purely magical experience. He begins to
You
play.
got this, Matilda.
Fire on the mountain, run, boy, run. Devil's in the house with the rising sun.
So his performance is beatable.
All right.
He begins playing, but it still sounds good. Like,
Yeah.
you're just all like, okay, maybe he just kind of chose like an easier song.
Yeah.
Like he's starting light. That's kind of the impression that you're
Does
getting.
it sound like Santana? That's what I'm imagining. No? Or like the guitar riff in the beginning of
No,
Despacito?
it's that's closer. That's
Okay.
definitely closer. But I would say this is very like this is actually something that you'd probably be familiar with. Like musically, this is a sort of
Like,
like
implying that I'm done with music. Come on.
this is sort of like a more like regal like majesty type of
Anthem.
what's the word I'm looking
Does Felix
for?
use the indie girl voice?
Felix is not singing right now.
You know what I'm talking about.
But it's like a
Yeah.
regal like
Something
Baroque
in
period
the
type
Yeah.
of just very very light and pleasant and somewhat intricate like finger picking patterns. It's a very beautiful piece,
Felix
but
did a thing,
it's
right?
not very moving. It's sort of just like a mood.
It's not Baroque. Don't fix it.
Felix has some impressive fingering.
I'm sure he does.
You feel almost enlightened just listening to him play. It's not the best thing you've heard, but at the same time you're like, that's impressive.
Better than what I just did.
Yeah. But then again, he's literally just playing. So after he finishes, you're able to pick out the fact that he was playing like toward you, so you can see what he's doing. Because you get the idea that in this pattern of dueling lutes, that he wants you to replicate what he played.
It's like horse with music.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So he's kind of like getting at that, and again, this was not set up like ahead of time. The only thing that was set up is that it was sort of going to be like play together
Yeah.
type of thing. You didn't really understand that it was going to be this, and so the fact that he's kind of like playing to you and like wanting you to pick up where he left off, kind of thing,
Yeah.
is a little new to you, and you're like, so your first roll will actually be at disadvantage. I'm so sorry.
But I'm no longer afraid of anything.
But you are blessed.
Yeah.
So I will
So
take that into account, absolutely. Go ahead and
Okay.
give me 2d20 for your first roll.
okay. Can I roll the same one twice? 'Cause
You can roll the
these
same
all
one twice,
failed
absolutely.
Me. It's a 9.
Okay. Which one?
I'm changing careers.
9 and 7.
No.
The 7? Okay, 7's not terrible. So you take the 7, and then you add 5.
12.
Okay. So it's definitely a rocky start, but you do get through it. Absolutely. Give me another d20. No bonuses, but it's just a flat roll. No disadvantage.
Please. Don't fuck me. 15!
Yay.
And actually, I forgot, because you're blessed, this roll will have advantage.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that.
15!
Okay, so definitely super solid 15. You're like kind of getting through it, and you're doing a decent job. You're only kind of like muting some of the notes, and you're you're definitely like focused. But once you kind of like get into the rhythm of it, it's fairly repetitive. So you start to like really rock it. you're just like, yeah, I'm rocking this. So your stage presence is like, it's really there. And you can tell that Felix is like impressed by the fact that you're getting, like, you're so into it, even though you're messing up a few things. He's like, all right. You finish that piece, and it just kind of ends. Like, he doesn't pick up off of where you left off, and he goes, your turn.
Ooh, alright.
So now you get to set the battle.
Play the Super Mario Brothers theme.
Yes. No, I'm gonna pick up at something like that's a bit more jaunty than what he did.
It's okay, so and because I know it's like a whole separate universe. I said Baroque earlier just to give you an idea of like outside the game what it would sound like. So you can clarify the type of song that you want to play based on like the region, or like the type of people that you'd play it for. Fast and slow. Jaunty is a great one. So something jaunty, maybe from where? Like, do you have an idea of like what type of music it would be?
I feel
Sesame Street.
Would it be like a local like Fungayan jaunty
kind
vibe?
of. I feel like it would have a bit of a. I feel
smoothness to it.
I feel like it might have like kind of. So sorry. I feel like it kind of like country pop, like that vibe.
You're doing like the big arena kind of songs right now.
Yeah, where it's like the fun jaunty, but also like definitely has a bit of like country roots there. Like it's not distinctly country, but it has it.
Of course. Yeah. So you got that vibe going for you. Give me a D20 with all your bonuses, no advantage.
19
plus
5.
advantages is 24. Terrific. Second D20, no bonuses.
12.
Great.
That is.
You still got some lasting stage. Actually, I'm so sorry. Your second D20 has advantage because you're still blessed. I'm so sorry.
Fuck yeah. 13.
Okay. So you still got the stage presence similar from the last one, but you're so focused musically on playing because you're just like, I don't want to mess up like a song from where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like really focused, but that like intensity, you're at like a power stance almost.
Yeah.
So you're kind of commanding the stage, but it's a little weird for you to be in like a power stance because you're like not that type of a musician. Like you're not like a really powered musician. You're more of like the lively type.
Yeah.
So it's a little odd for you. So you don't like portray that very well. But at the same time, like people get it.
Yeah.
And what you're playing is like really advanced, and it's music from where you came from. So they kind of get like they kind of respect it. Like, oh man, this Grippy's like fucking like really showing off right now. And it's definitely like something. And Felix is like. He kind of does some like nods, like, "Oh yeah, like this is the shit I was waiting for." Absolutely.
Roll on that one.
He takes over.
1.
His stage presence is amazing. Like he picks up right where you left off, and he's like, "Hell yeah!" Very confidently, just fucking noodles.
He's Prince.
And he's just like. He's so into it that he doesn't even care that he's messed up some of the notes.
Freddie Mercury.
He does not play it as well as you. Notably, you bested him musically in this, but his stage presence is so amazing that people don't really care that he's flubbing up some of the notes. They're like, "This is great."
You're fucking up the song, I yell.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Go for it.
I don't have the heart to say anything against him because he helped me.
Give me a D20. It's going to be a cunning if
I don't
you
have
want.
any guy, so 11.
Okay. You do like a little heckling, and the dwarf next to you is all like,
Isn't it?
"Dude,
It's the same dwarf, so I just raise a fist.
you need to calm down, man." Like, he's seriously like, "This is a great show. Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
I thump you on the back and say, there, are they
I know.
drunkenly?
It was a loud song.
While he's playing and you're observing,
It's like my little hands.
you know that you played it better than him, but you're also in awe of how talented of a musician
Oh, yeah.
and how talented of a performer he is.
Oh, yeah. No.
And you're kind of like
Still
side glancing,
makes
like you're into what he's playing because his lute just sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
But you're also noticing that
His lute's got nothing on Matilda, but...
quality wise, you're able to recognize that
Yeah.
his lute is nicer, but it doesn't have a strong connection.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how you
Doesn't
feel
have the
about it.
personality.
Yeah, like it doesn't have the personality, Matilda.
See the same statue, remember?
You can see Drake
Nice.
is like very happy now. He's like, this was a great idea. This is so unique. You know, you can see
He
him like,
definitely looks
hell
like a
yeah,
dog
like
now,
this is
though.
good. People are into it. Like the overly drunk people, like quieted down a little bit because they're kind of blown away by all the music and how loud
You know,
his
hydrate.
presentation is. And people in the front row are like, yeah, this is great. So they get a little more drunk as the performance goes. You do this for a third, a fourth, a fifth, even a sixth song. You do like half of a damn album
Yeah.
on stage, battle style, and people are loving it. They're really growing to you. They're like, she can play.
They can play. Yeah.
They can play. Felix is incredible though. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's very hard to best him, but when you
He
do,
can bounce a
you
coin off of
definitely
his
like
strings.
take a deep breath. Like, yes, this
Yeah.
is awesome.
And it's like getting to see like someone who's like obviously like honed their craft like up close. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like that. Like I kind of stated, like that's kind of where I'm wanting to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the fact that he picked up like something from like your roots like relatively well, you're just like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what the battle becomes?
Oh yeah. Heck
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
How the hell do you play that? Some death metal running around back there.
Did you know there's a new Rocksmith coming out?
Come on.
That's cool, but I don't get time for any
So
of that shit.
let's rebuy all the guitars.
No, Rocksmith.
Yeah,
That's one where you
man.
use your own guitar.
Oh, okay. That's actually the one that my
I
dad
miss
likes.
those so
Well,
much.
let's rebuy.
Let's rebuy the guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I already have a Fender Strat though. I kind of like it. No. All right. This goes on for some time, and it is very clear that he is the main actor now.
Oh yeah.
You have served your time on stage. You actually went on for a little longer than 2 hours, so it's a little bit easier on him. He could just do all of his best songs basically for the last like hour and a half or so.
Yeah.
It's great. Drake is loving it. He loves the fact that both of you just did your own thing for so long. You did the battle style for a while, and then you did some of your songs where he was accompanying you, and vice versa. It's
Hell
great.
yeah.
People are hella into it. You come off stage, and Drake beckons you over to the bar. Mid-song, while Felix is playing, people
Yeah.
are super into it.
I follow this one to the bar.
So you and
Punch the
Quinn
dwarf next to me.
walk
I'm
up
gonna
to the
stay
bar,
here and babysit this guy even though I'm
and
drunk.
Glorp is babysitting Sir, as Sir is causing a little bit of a stir between him and the dwarf.
Haha. So it's causing a stir.
Yes. Did you say you punched the dwarf?
Maybe.
He did. It's on the recording.
Yeah.
I did say it.
Okay.
Oh god.
You actually do it, or are you being facetious?
Only if you booed ever. Either one of them.
Only if you booed.
If you
Okay.
booed either of them ever.
He never
Oh,
booed.
I'd help if you booed.
He never actually booed. He was just a little questionable at times, but for the most part, he enjoyed the performance. Like, it was a good time. And now he's really having a good time.
Oh,
'Cause,
good.
like, Felix is doing his regular set. People are into it. You come up to the bar with Drake and with Quinn close in tow.
Hello.
I don't know. Okay. So that answered my question. I was like, do you want to be known to be following or anything? Oh, you said hello.
I think this is the greatest night of my life.
I think you did quite well. I'm glad I stayed.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
Is this what normal people do on an evening?
I mean, I don't know about what
Oh,
normal
that's
people
sweet.
do. It's what I mean, like, performing and stuff is what I try to do.
Drake is behind the counter and
Very
he hears that
privileged.
question and they answer and he looks at you and he goes like,
Poor little rich boy.
normal people.
Can I help you? I believe
No,
you.
but I can
That
help
was-
Bogford Bucket the Great. Hey, great job on stage
Thank
today.
you.
It was wonderful. I was a little
It was a rough
shaken
start.
at first, but hey, you really pulled through with that
Thank
battle.
you.
What a great idea that was. Listen, I don't want to give out any payment right away because
yeah,
I'm
no.
specifically paying only Felix, and Felix, I believe, was going to give you
Yeah.
some coin. I think
Totally
he was vouching for
understand.
you earlier. So, but yeah, feel free to enjoy the rest of the performance. This drink's on me. I think you held up to Felix's playing really well. He
I
slides
just
you.
down it.
He slides you the same rosé from earlier
Oh,
because
nice.
Pat told him off.
I grab a nearby
tipped him off.
napkin equivalent and I start dabbing at your forehead.
It's
You're quite sweaty.
Thank you.
It's a little slimy.
It sticks to your forehead. I'll get another
Slimy,
one.
that's
Except
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. It was like, would you like a drink?
I'm on my 6th lime water. I have to pee like crazy. Do you have a bathroom?
Yes. Yes, the chamber pots are.
No, I mean, do you have a bathroom, not a chamber pot? Okay.
Does anybody think Quinn came for money, or is it just me?
Would you
Good Lord.
he
like
peed into a bag of holding as a child. That's how.
another
mean-
lime water, or would you like directions to the Crown District?
Oh, I've already been there.
The toilets are nice
Um,
here.
Oh, alright, then I guess directions to the nice toilets.
Around the corner on your right.
Los
Wonderful.
Baños.
You want to come with me? I don't know what normal people do. I'm very out of my element here, but I'm having fun.
You're like, do I want to go to the restroom?
Can I have another?
And that is.
He takes the bottle off, and you've drank a little bit already. He just kind of like tops you off.
And I follow.
Thank you.
I find the bathrooms.
Oh,
You're at the bathrooms.
excellent.
They're very nice chamber pots.
I'm horrified by the chamber pots.
You've definitely seen nicer, but they're nice.
Oh my goodness me.
I thought you said they were nice.
These are
You
nice.
take like a dozen squares of toilet paper and just cover the seat.
What's toilet paper?
Even though
And
you're
then
not going to
hovers.
sit on it.
I'm used to like loofahs and like bidets,
Are you
But
or the equivalent of magical properties that would do such things.
a
are you
golden
going full Harry
toilets?
Potter on
My
this?
toilet at home has a wand that bidets for me.
Where does it
What the
send
hell's
it?
a bidet?
Where does it send it?
You poor soul.
Sometimes they
I
have
mean,
in sushi
I'm doing
restaurants.
pretty well money-wise right now.
Both
That's
of you
good.
at the chamber pots hear a resounding applause right now.
Oh, we're
As a-
missing
as a,
something.
As a song just finished.
You can go back if you want to. I have to take a large piss.
Have fun with that.
I'm gonna head out.
Don't watch me, please. I actually see them leave. Never mind.
There's like a curtain.
Don't watch me, please.
I don't realize this because I'm used to having a private bathroom.
Oh my god.
And I pee for a 6.
You 6 pee, and you pee with the curtain open because you
6
don't
gallons
realize
of
it.
shooting out of
The
your
shape of a 6.
fuzzy little wee wee.
You notice a halfling like scooting because I imagine that's how they walk. They scoot. They like scoot behind you, and you hear the shuffling of
Scoot,
footsteps, and
scoot.
you do like a half turn, and you notice that the halfling notices you peeing with the curtain open, and they're like, "Grr," and they like keep walking.
This is a private bathroom.
You're like, don't watch.
It's like, and you hear the halfling go into another like stall, and like you hear curtains close, and it like alerts you to the fact that there's a curtain, and then you overhear them in the other stall being all like, "It's only private if you make it private."
I'm almost done anyway. It's fine.
Are we role playing a bathroom scene?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Lyric
Why
and
would I not?
Lyric and I once had sex on top of the parapet, so I'm really okay exposing myself in public.
Who's Lyric?
Never mind.
Aloysius is sad.
If only my friends were here.
I could be your friend.
Aloysius walks in at that moment.
If only my friends were here.
Hi, I'm here.
I'm here too.
I once had sex on a parapet.
I leave the bathroom when everyone else goes in.
Yeah, I know, right? You all see
What's a
Bogford
parapet?
leave the bathroom
He
area.
knows what parapet is.
Okay.
You notice that,
He's like almost
that
alarmed.
Felix is being showered by flowers and extra coin.
Oh.
Nice.
It's getting towards the end of the concert. Drake seems thrilled. Everyone is smashed,
I'm
absolutely hammered.
gonna sit at the bar by Drake because I know that Felix is gonna have to seek him out after he's done. I'm not gonna. He's enjoying his limelight and his praise. He's earned it. I'm not gonna,
How drunk
step
am
in
I?
on that.
I'm in real
Drake
life
is
drunk.
like half listening, half not.
What?
I'm in real life drunk.
Or,
Are you?
no, I'm just like waiting by him because I know
Oh,
that Felix is gonna.
I thought you were telling Drake.
Oh, no. I was
I don't know
explaining
if that's good or bad.
Gotcha.
my thought process there. And I'm gonna just kind of be sitting there, having my drink, waiting for Felix to eventually come back by because needs to get paid. So this is where he's going to wind up.
Are you
Got it.
high? And he's like,
So,
like a kite. I'm
During
like,
this performance and while the performance is ending, I know the Glorp, you were kind of like babysitting, sir, and I didn't want to completely overpass the job board situation, so
Like-
there are jobs available.
Oh, you remembered. Oh my god.
I did. I just didn't want to do it like like during the performance or
Okay,
as
can we
performance.
retcon that this would be before he gets completely obliterated drunk?
Too late.
Yes.
Okay.
I just didn't want to like install the whole
Hopefully
like
you wrote it
performance
down in
thing.
your notebook or a spare bit of parchment or something.
Hopefully Nabi remembers.
I mean, if Glorpit asked, like, Boggy would note down whatever needed.
Okay. What did I find there?
What did
Job
you find?
job board. There's one that is very like, I guess you'd say like high up on the list. It's been dated for like a while now, but it's called The Wine Thief.
I want that one.
You can look more into the Wine
Jenny likes
Thief
that.
at the barracks located. Where would the barracks be? The barracks would be probably in the commons. You can check the barracks in the commons for more information on the Wine Thief, but it does give you the skinny. It says that a suspected smaller humanoid. It doesn't say specific race, but a smaller humanoid has been stealing fine wines from various establishments, primarily from the Commons and Upper District, and they have been supposedly fencing them somehow because they have not been able to figure out who it is, and they haven't seen the wine resurface anywhere. So we got the Wine Thief, and then there are a couple of posts more recent. So you notice that some of them are recurring because like merchant caravan work is like a recurring thing. However,
We're triggered by the
We
word
would be
caravan.
good at that.
yeah. However,
Yeah.
caravan and like the recurrences have been before the past couple of days, and you take a moment to yourself, like probably the mist has a lot to do with that. So it's old and dated work, and you feel like the mist is a big issue, and then you kind of think to yourself like maybe they're wanting help with just like the mist in general.
Yeah, maybe if I find like a big mist leaf blower, but for mist, I could just.
A mist
I'm
blower.
just gonna become an aeromancer just so I can blow the mist away.
I love the way you're thinking. Just need to find a big machine to blow it all away.
Well, that's enlightening.
You just gotta blow really hard.
Just get
Enlightening.
Aang to do it.
Angie.
Sorry, on.
No.
The Wine Thief is posted with a 500 gold reward because it has been outstanding
Hey,
for
that's
so long.
not-
I
to get your
want
dirk.
that one.
I want that one. We
Hey,
can work together.
That's not enough
Yes,
to get your dirk.
please.
But it's enough to get started. And does it happen to say if they want
It's
it?
500 or a dirk.
They want it dead or alive?
It does not specify. And
Good.
it just gave you the skinny bit, and you can get more details at
At
the
the
barracks.
Commons Barracks Commons.
Right.
Commons back. Commons.
Cool. Okay.
Perfect. Would you actually, because people have been kind of doing their own thing for a while, and I imagine everyone was kind of staying at the bar, but you do have freedom to leave as of, like before the performance ends.
You have freedom to leave the party.
You do have freedom to leave
No.
the party whenever you like.
Aloysius disappears and is never heard from again.
If you wish to do
Mark
anything,
would want to sober up and then express that to the party that that's an option in this place for making money.
And to sober up, you just eat another demon.
it's very easy for you.
Yeah,
to
be
sober
like
up.
Epicac. Eating
It's
the
like
demon.
surprisingly easy for you because
Sober now.
even though you've been drinking, you're not very big, so it goes through you pretty quick. So you just make a couple trips to the chamber pot.
Don't know if that's how that works.
It has.
Totally.
I've been
Just-
little before.
Eat a
Just
bit
in
of
my
the
universe
sprinkle
with the
throw
good
up to
food.
sober up.
So you just pee it out throughout the course of the night.
Gesundheit.
Oh, thank
Allergies.
You come up, you get your food and water, feel a little better. You inform the party about everything. So,
Yep.
would you be informing them during the performance, like during like the
you. No, after.
after? Okay. The performance ends and Felix is thrilled.
I'm done. I'm also.
Specifically, comes straight to you once he gets off stage and he's done taking the stuff off stage. Packs everything up,
phenomenal.
comes up to you, It's like, oh, I would like to say that you were phenomenal. I've done that set many a time. That's nothing special, but really, very impressive work
Thank you.
to play the Fungayan country bit.
Thank
was the
you.
second, like right off the gate, really, truly spectacular. I'm gonna go collect and make my rounds real quick.
Yeah.
Meet back at the bar in about an hour.
Yeah. I don't have anywhere else to be at the moment.
Excellent. He breaks away from you, and you see him speak to Drake, and then him and Drake go into the back, and all that good stuff.
Make love.
Make love, passionate love on a parapet.
Also,
I love
he's
the
just
fact that you
peeing
said
in
that,
the
by
other
the
That's
way.
why he gets paid so much.
Oh yeah, he definitely sucks the dick real
I feel
good.
bad for whoever was below the parapet.
Do you? Maybe it was one of those.
Uh,
What is that called?
what is
To
it? Oh
watch
my god.
voyeurism.
Yeah.
people?
Pat comes up and notices that you're still working on the same rosé, and just kind of like watches you like,
I'm gonna down it.
I figured as much. Takes
Just
it.
down it out of social awkwardness.
Pours another glass.
This will make me
I-
more comfortable.
And this is a normally poured glass. Scoots it forward and is like, that one's on me. Thank you for earlier.
Thank you.
I toss a coin into it.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes,
Pat's,
yes, yes.
Pat's eyes linger on yours for slightly longer
I wake.
than they should. She accepts the wink, and I keep saying she. I'm just gonna make her
I
a she.
miss.
Yeah.
Epically.
I'm literally just gonna make her a she because I keep saying it.
It works.
And her eyes linger a little bit longer than they should. The wink, wink, and then she winks and walks away, helping another patron who is very thirsty after an
A
amazing
coin hits
performance.
the back of a patron nearby.
You miss, and it
I rolled a
actually it like misses the cup entirely.
Rolled a 3.
The coin bounces off the bar and lands behind the bar and clatters with some of the bottles that are on the bottom shelf behind the bar. And Pat like looks over real quick, but is too busy to care.
Second she turns away, I'm gonna just like re-wet my eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah. Winking's hard.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
You bite
Um,
my eyeball.
Would you like a little bit of time passage for Felix to come back, or would you like to do anything within the next hour or so? People are freaking hammered, having a great
I
time.
very awkwardly try to get my coin back.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry. Just gonna.
Pretty
just
much
gonna.
just reach over the bar to try to get it.
Like Pat notices you reach out of the bar and is like, "Excuse me."
Sir.
Oh, my coin.
Just point.
My coin.
Pat says, "I'm so sorry," and leaves the person that she is helping, picks up the coin and hands it to you and says, "Be careful with your money around here, please."
Can you check her out as she bends over?
Yes.
Bend
And walks
over.
back to the person she was helping.
Bogford does as well a little bit.
Respectfully.
She was born with a penis.
Glorp as well.
Okay.
Alright.
Parts of it.
Terrific.
Exactly.
To Glorp and me.
What it was Glorp doing right now after the several visits to the bathroom?
I don't know, just hanging with his friends.
Train the lizard.
Do you tell us about the
Yeah, do you share the job?
thing
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Glorp said that they wanted to share the job after the performance. Any like little, I don't know, embellishments in the stories, or are you just like straightforward, just very factual? Like, this is what the paper says.
I'm straightforward, but I do say that like I can do it myself, or we can all do it together and split it.
I
It
slap.
clearly says it's a level 6 quest and requires 3 or more.
Quiet, Jim.
I slap my paw hand against the bar, and I said, That is what we should do. Because it'll help me understand. I get it. Stealing is bad. And people like you don't have much. Which me... The bartender's probably staring at me.
Your character's not like adult, like,
Well, sure.
but it's funny. You're
Because I'm not used to
Reacting
having things
differently.
stolen.
Actually, if it had been a job to steal wine, I would have been interested.
No.
as well.
But there's a thief, right? So we have to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
I've never done that. So I have to try things that I have never tried before.
I would
It
try
sounds
being my
fun.
friend.
Shit, you're actually starting to make sense.
I mean, if we're bio, we just kill him, so...
Alright.
Kill who? Not me.
Not you.
I don't know if that's true.
That sounds fun.
Killing sounds fun.
I gotta wait for Felix to
it may
come
not
back
require
out, but
killing.
afterwards we can head out.
I may not require it.
Sleeping would probably be good, though.
Oh, that's also... We
Pat's
could head out
attention was
tomorrow.
brought to this whole exchange, especially with the loud, like awkward, like stealing bit that you were mentioning. And you notice Pat's like head turn, do like a little like eyebrow raise, like, and still is helping the person that she's helping, but is also like you can tell that she's like half listening now.
If she comes back, I'm just gonna be like,
Sorry, we're kind of awkward.
I can tell.
Thank you.
It's fine.
I drop a coin into your glass.
Ah, thanks.
I'm apparently
I
an
drink
adult.
it.
You drink it?
I drink the coin.
Like, I love that your reactions to to different things are so like awkward because I know that you're more of like a soloist, but at the same time it's like you definitely understand like social graces. So I don't want you to go like too overboard with it.
Fine, I'm on the leash.
I'm just this. You don't. This is just Jeff talking to Tom. You don't really need to go like way over the
Fine.
top.
In low
Fine.
places.
But I do like the fact that you're like, yes,
I want to.
this is what people do.
I want to do that. I want to stop this thief from stealing things that are made very difficultly. I've never made alcohol.
What have you done, exactly?
So I mentioned the parapet. I practice magic that can help people live longer.
Ah, that's actually pretty cool.
And I practice techniques that help them live shorter.
That's also very cool. Have you ever tried playing lute?
No. A good friend.
And I
good
pull
friends of
Matilda
mine-
down.
A good friend of mine can really perform magic on his lute.
If you are gentle.
He means
And I, like-
penis.
I don't trust myself. It's nothing against you or your lute. It's simply that I.
Oh, it just takes it.
The
starts
one
playing.
time that I tried to play an instrument, it was the bagpipes, and it hurt my.
Oh, is that what
I guess it'd be nanny.
is that what
Like
you
it
call
hurt my nanny's head, so I feel a bit.
Nanny McPhee.
I can
No, thank
promise
you.
you that Matilda is much sweeter than bagpipes.
I want to play bagpipes.
Around this awkward silence, you notice
Ray,
you guys
check.
have been talking
Yeah.
for a while, and you can tell that Felix kind of like oversold like the whole hour bit because you see Felix and Drake walk out from the back. They're really chumming it up and having a good laugh, and you can tell that Felix probably had a drink with Drake back there. He's a little too lively, like he's lost a little bit of the grace that he had before. And he just comes like Drake is standing next to Pat now. They're having like a little bit of a conversation while oh my god, I just blanked out. Felix walks right up to you in between all the friends, and he can tell like the awkwardness of like the like
Looking down at Matilda.
like yeah, and he's just like, do you play too?
No, absolutely
He's never
not.
tried before.
No,
You should definitely try.
no.
Oh, everything's worth at least one
Try.
try. Don't you?
I have hurt people with my attempts.
Well, maybe
We'll get
not.
there eventually.
I would like to keep my fur. Thank you very much. Anyway, how do you all enjoy the show?
It was fantastic, good boy.
Excellent.
I didn't realize that such sounds could come out of a lute, except for the last time I heard you play, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Boggy's
And
Boggy's
we'll
parts
get to
were-
that in a second.
Boggy's parts were just slightly better.
Ah.
Oh. It's so
Flattery
nice.
will get you everywhere.
It's
Thank you.
So nice, Ellie.
Definitely a charmer. A little lapid charmer. It's per the usual. You play.
Just the sword.
Oh, right. The whiskey, yes. Whiskey and the violence and
I
the.
pull out my sword and start like drumming on it.
Oh.
He definitely
Your
like
fingers.
openly laughs to the gesture. Like that's nice.
It has rather sharp sounds.
Fogford.
Yes.
Would you mind if we do our exchange elsewhere?
Oh, sure.
Great.
You're gonna bone.
Oh.
Alright.
Felix shows you over to like a more distant part of the bar, and then walks through a doorway that's very clearly not for patrons.
You're gonna fuck.
Hell yeah.
I follow.
Get your little door with a star on it.
Need a chaperone.
It's kind of like a side room. A lot of like materials needed for the upkeep of the bar are here. Lots of extra glassware, extra barrels, extra like towels, food stock, stuff like that. Lots of extra shelving, and it's pretty secluded, but at the same time it is relatively private. Not too many people come back here. Even people who work here don't come back here very often because most stuff they need is already out.
It's the rats.
And he goes, I just want to do this away from everyone because it's quite a lot of money, and it's the commons after all. And he goes into his bag and he says, Drake was kind enough to give us 100 after I tried to talk him into it earlier, which succeeded. I don't know if you saw
Thank you.
that. Yeah. He seems very proud of that, and
Very
he's
skillful.
a little looser with how he's talking right
Yeah.
now. And he pulls out 50 gold pieces and gives it to you.
Half are.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
Probably
It's-
more than that in tips.
it's an investment.
Puffs up their chest a little bit, just like.
Thank you.
Of course, and I do play in the major cities quite often, so if I ever come across you again, hopefully we can have another little duel.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again sometime.
And you're going to have to teach me your... What do you call that? I believe you said it was country at one point.
A little bit, yeah.
So, kind of...
Bog country.
Okay. So, a very mushroomy sounds.
Yeah.
The mushroom country.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, great.
Mushroom.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you to your friends. I've places to be, and I need to do some things before I wind down for the night. But
It's almost 10:30.
I'll be here for a little while, especially with the mists. I need to have an actual like escort. It's pretty dangerous out there from what I hear. So
I'll be your escort.
you're not there.
I know. I just want to play off the word escort.
Yes. Anyway, again, an absolute pleasure. Drake said that drinks are going to be on him for you for the rest of the night. So, in case you're wondering where those free rosés came from, it was partially me and mostly him.
Well, thank you. It's a dangerous game he's playing. Gotta make use of it, though.
Take care of yourself and
You too.
travel down to Zadie again sometime.
For
And
sure.
He leaves.
I am awestruck. When I get back to the bar, I'm gonna give each of them 10.
Oh, look at you.
Couldn't have done it without you guys.
Oh,
So,
10 gold.
Glorp, you received 10 gold. Sir, you received 10 gold. And Quinn, you received 10 gold.
Thank you, friend.
And you get to keep 20 of that
Yep.
gold, Boggy. Terrific.
And I am also, before the night is through, gonna leave another 2 gold, just like at the edge of the bar.
Pat sees the gesture, nods, doesn't scoop it up immediately, but kind of like maintains eye contact with you. And then walks over, scoops it up,
Puts it in her
Thank you.
box.
smiles, but it's like not an over the top smile, but a
Yeah.
very like
No, the last one.
you're pleasant, thanks. Yeah. And I believe that's going to wrap it up for the night, I would
Awesome.
imagine. It is 10:30. I didn't even realize it was after 10 o'clock. Love you guys. Great session. I know
Yes.
that sometimes purely bar sessions can get a little like,
I've never done
but
one before, dude.
I
love
really
it.
enjoyed the building that happened tonight. So
I had fun.
the
that was
bonding.
terrific.
Yeah.
Toilet.
We will get to on the next session. We'll get to the jobs if you wanted to pursue those,
Hell yeah.
and we'll talk more about because I know you wanted to talk about the Empress Gallienne and stuff, and kind of like stake out or just approach her estate at some point.
Maybe.
And you were interested in the Temple Plaza. You were interested in
Arena.
possibly what?
Arena.
Yeah, you were interested in like Arena or Fighters Guild or running into the family that you like served for.
Possibly.
Possibly, maybe. So yeah, we got some stuff on the horizon. For tonight, I hope you guys didn't all totally close down. I would like to give you all 150 experience.
Oh my god.
Is that
And that's kind of just like a party bonding experience. Like you're all getting more like familiar with each other, and you feel closer, and like you can trust each other more. And also, I did appreciate the character building, so that's always nice too. So you got a little bit of experience, a little bit of money. You got some sweet ass shurikens earlier, so
Thank you.
shit's going good. Great bless on Boggy, by the
I
way.
think you were
Yes,
at the same
thank
as
you.
me.
Like
So 1200.
everyone should be at the exact same, except
Except
for
me.
Quinn
Yeah.
because he killed in
I
a
think
couple
you're
episodes.
1200. Biatch.
thank you.
1400.
Wow, way to flex on people. Anyway, I do believe that another like 2.5 hour session.
Creepy.
That was fun.
How would you all like to say goodbye? Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I really feel like this
Bye-bye.
Spira campaign should
So
have like
long.
a signature
Farewell.
goodbye.
Avita, say goodnight.
Adieu, adieu.
Spira!
I kind of like this so long for elevators and goodnight,
Thank you.
but I don't expect everyone to do that like in unison. That'd be difficult.
So long,
I run
farewell.
Tuesday, and my first
Of
champagne.
lighters and goodbye.
You do the Markiplier goodbye. Do it.
Bye-bye.
That's what that is.
That's